down when the summer's done. Frozen earth awakens her rime-hearted Mother Earth.
Okay, welcome everyone. As you can see, up on screen is the Dark Duchess, the handout. The weather is bad and turning worse. You can see probably 500 feet or so offshore. The silhouette of a three-masted sailing ship stuck in the ice. That's where we left off last session, to cut a long story short. And you were considering what to do from there, as far as I recall. Cletus is looking after the dogs, finding a not so much shelter, but it just maybe a little bit out of the wind with one of those ice floes that's been pushed up. It's not a light snow; it's pretty heavy. It's not a gale, but it's pretty strong. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea. Threads. Oliver keeps looking off to one side, sort of out to sea, to the north, but to the northwest.
Like into the Sea of Moving Ice?
Yeah.
Can I cast a spell?
Sure.
Can I cast Speak with Animals and I ask him what's up?
He looks across at you and hoots at you a couple of times, or growls at you, whatever owlbears do. I don't know whether it's a hoot or a growl. But it translates to seals. And he's paying far more attention to the seals than he is to the Dark Duchess. And you can tell he's looking a bit toey. He doesn't want to leave you again, but and if you look in his direction, probably a similar distance offshore, there might be some raised holes poking out of the ice, maybe where seals would come for air every now and then.
Okay, well, I say to him, thank you for your company, good friend. Please go and have your lunch and let him go off to eat.
Okay.
Or to hunt or whatever he wants to do.
He looks back at you and says, I'll bring your son back. We will share.
Many thanks.
And he sort of ambles off picking his way down the steep shore towards the Sea of Moving Ice. And you watch him sort of walk a couple of 100 yards offshore, and he just sort of sits down on the ground with his two legs splayed out on either side of this hole, and just sits there as if he's frozen, just staring at the hole. Okay. Anything else? Anybody else want to do anything?
Apart from disassembling my armory onto the dog sleds? No.
Right. All your gear, so you don't have to carry everything around. So what do you carry?
Yeah.
Of your big stuff, do you have a long weapon, a short weapon, and a shield? That's probably viable, something that you could actually fit.
I have my greatsword and my glaive on the dog sleds.
Okay.
On me, personally, I have my shield and my battle axe.
Okay.
Basically, all my spare weaponry is with the dog sled.
Okay. All right. So you leave all the bulky gear off, and you've got your battle axe and your shield.
Yep.
I'm distracted here. I'm getting a coffee poured for me off to one side, but it's pretty intense. I'll be awake all night. Okay, cool. Well, that's so you're pretty able to move around without being too encumbered, and you're unlikely to get caught in the rigging or anything like that with all of your other gear. What's Ice doing, Duchess?
Uh, he's just gonna wait outside the Dark Duchess.
Okay, so he'll.
I'll just uh, command him to uh, howl really loudly if you spot danger outside coming this way.
What's that? To howl or something if there's danger?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, the Dark Duchess way.
okay. And so, anybody else doing anything before you head down the shore?
Nina gives Cletus her fishing tackle, and
Oh, okay.
so it'll keep him company.
Okay.
And she says bye.
Catch you?
Have we been long rested since our last encounter?
Yes. Yeah, you have. You've
Oh.
slept twice since you, even since you avoided those mounds of mammoth. So you should be long rested. You should be at full health. You should have all the spells that you would, have prepared. So you eventually saddle up and make your way out onto the sea moving ice. You can hear the ice slightly shift as you walk along. There's large slabs, probably 20 or 30 feet across, with breaks between them. But it looks like they're really thick, and if anything, they're starting to seize up more than when they were. When you may have heard of it. There's no movement. There's all this sea of moving ice malarkey. It's maybe got a shuffle, if anything, or a slight creak. I'm going to move us to a new map.
Did anybody have those spikes to stop slipping from ice?
You would have pitons in a climbing kit. So people who've... Oh, you mean crampons? I think only Duchess has got crampons. Duchess has got some.
Yeah, I think I did. I do have some.
Yeah, you might want to wear them.
They're certainly not going to get all crunched up. You're not walking on... If you walk on rock, the points get ground down. But it's you put the crampons on and find your way to the hull, to the side of the Dark Duchess. The rest of you find that the going is not too bad. A bit of rock hopping or iceberg hopping, but not slippery in the same way as that slick ice can be, where you would need to have crampons or possibly slip over. So we've got you all posted here, assuming you walk straight towards the side of the ship. You can probably see the shape of the hull, and towards the end there's tattered ropes dangling down from the prow, and let's see, towards the back, nothing. It's fairly fat but pointy ship, so sort of like leaf shaped rather than galley cigar shaped.
Is it possible for Sharpie to do a flyover?
Yeah. Oh, you've got your owl, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm flying it over this way instead of walking.
Yeah, okay. I don't have your owl with me. I'm just going to go and grab him.
He's not going to be going in the ship.
Okay.
I can fly over.
Also, Dan, could you grab my my token with that's on the owl map? Because that is the correct token with the dark vision and stuff.
Let's have a look. Copy. Okay, so I'm chucking down firstly Al, whatever his name is. And sorry, Moltel, what map did you say your happy place is?
With the same one that you got the owl from, or it might be the open space map.
Oh, so yeah, the open space with the few trees and things?
Yeah, I think it might have been that one.
Yeah, okay. No problem. Okay, so what as far as, while I'm just doing that, what do the rest of you want to do?
I could fly over and have a look for a minute. What do you reckon?
Does Nina know the layout of the ship?
Yeah, so Nina knows you'd be able to explain that there's a lower hull, and Sharpie, you can see this as you fly over. You can see a large hole.
Massive hole in the hole as well.
Yeah, massive hole leading down to a dark expanse below, down to the bottom, down to the south. There's a small area where the captain would normally, and the helmsman would normally go, and two staircases winding down. And if I shift you right, you could probably see all this all at once. I've got it sort of set up as if you're on deck. And at the top,
Oh, yeah.
and there's nothing there, just a few tangled ropes, and that's it. You fly back and, I assume, tell the others.
Yep. Sharpie will also take the time to set up a psychic link between party members over here, and also to Dawn and Duchess.
Okay. So everyone has Sharpie in their head. You got a psychic contact? Just changing my mind.
But yeah, ship looks deserted. There's certainly a fairly large hole in the middle on the top deck.
Yeah, I'm no expert, but ships shouldn't have a big hole in the center of it.
Nina, the last time you were here, there was no hole.
Okay. Guys, this is my house. This is my home. Mother's inside. I want to go meet her. I want to go find her.
Alright. Lead on.
Not too far ahead.
Unless you want me to scout ahead for you.
Oh no, Nina's not scared. The ship is home. So she'll just hop onto the ship's deck.
Okay. It'll take a bit of a climb to get up here because of the shape of the hull. It blays outwards slightly, and in this case, the hull is covered in slick ice.
How high is it to get on top?
About 15 feet. To the
Oh, I'm
right.
gonna cast jump on myself and jump to the top.
Okay. Do you want to position yourself where you're jumping from, and then directly?
I'm gonna do a riding jump. Here.
Okay.
Jump. Oh,
And do you want to ping where you're jumping to?
here.
Oh, okay. So you see Duchess leap up into the air, and he comes down.
Oh shit!
Okay, and you hear his voice go, ah, and suddenly it's muffled, and then there's a thud.
Throw the rope down! Duchess!
Can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Straight off the bat.
I'm just removing all turns. Here we go. Right into it. No mucking around, Duchess. Okay. I'm just going to add hey, yay. Okay, Duchess, I'll give you a dexterity. That'll be acrobatics for this landing. It's not what you're expecting. You actually fell. Okay. So it's not too bad. You avoid the brunt of it, but you do land uncaught. You land prone, taking 4 damage.
And cue the sad plate mail noises.
Yeah, exactly. When you hear this thud, you also hear this roar from within deep. It's muffled, and it's not coming from above. Maltel, what do you
Nina, I
want to
think
do?
your mum's angry.
Maltel, what do you want to do?
I am going to grow large so I can help everyone else get up quickly.
Okay, so boom, you are now 10 foot tall. Any movement, or is that a bonus action or an action to grow large?
It is a bonus action. Okay. So I'm pretty much basically
hand me over the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically just using like a lift action to help people up on board, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not doing an action this turn.
So you could actually ready. You could use your action could be ready action, in which case if someone comes over to you, you hoik them up onto the deck.
That's pretty much what it's going to be.
That would work mechanically and be sound for anyone who does need a boost. Okay, Duchess, you are prone. You can see what you can see. What do you want to do?
Alright, I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up. Bonus action to cast jump on myself again.
Okay.
Then action dash 10 feet and then jump again towards the top of the ship.
To where, sorry? To the top?
I'm gonna jump again towards the top of the ship.
Okay. Alright, so you appear up the top. And you guys, you see Duchess's head poke over the rail. Gives you the double thumbs up. I'm okay.
Like, and shout out, I jumped straight through the hole, guys. There's a big monster inside. And I ready my...
Okay. Nina.
Nina's gonna go up to Martel, ask him to take her home, but she wants him to gently lift her up so she can kind of position herself where she jumps onto the board.
Yeah.
So she wants to be over the lip of the ship just to see where to jump from there.
Yeah, okay.
And I do so.
Thank you.
There you go.
And then she'll come around and she will... Can she drop a rope? Can she drop a rope down? Or is that her,
Yeah,
her action's done?
you've only really moved at this stage. A short... Maltel was already ready to do his action. You didn't have to try and convince him to. So it was just a short, yep, I'll take the offer. So you've still got an action up your sleeve.
Great, so she'll get her rope out, drop it, and she'll hold onto it and tie it to the railings, and she'll tell everyone to come jump on board to the south of the ship.
Okay, so there is a rope. I'll just draw it in. Freehand, brown. So there's a rope here, sort of dangling off to the side. Obviously, I'm splaying it out to the side of the ship, but it drops straight down. Okay, and that's Nina. Ash Louise.
Ash will sprout gold and silver wings and fly up 30 feet.
Okay.
Lip.
Okay, so I'm just putting you up so that you can now see. Because you can't really see. Actually, this is what might help.
Nice.
It's probably no real surprises there, so you can generally get an idea of what you can see as you go up. So, Ash Louise, anything else beyond your flight. You fly up high enough that you can see Duchess on the stairs down the forecastle, and Nina down towards the back.
Sure. How high up is the boat? With 30 feet.
15 foot off where Duchess jumped. Probably 20 where you are. You're about 10 foot above the deck of the raised forecastle.
Okay. Sure.
The masts and crossbeams would go a lot higher than that. You're up amongst the rigging. Duchess, you're a bit shaken, but you can't miss the deep gouges in the forecastle that you can see there next to you.
Oh, okay.
Each scratch mark is maybe 2 or 3 feet across.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does it feel like to me it looks like from the creature I saw under?
No. No,
okay.
these would be a lot bigger.
Oh. Okay.
Ash, do you want to finish your action? You've done your fly. Is that a bonus, I presume?
I think that could be an action, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Let me just check. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
So I will dash.
Okay.
I will dash to get up to the ship.
Do you want to move yourself then?
I'll land like... Yep, okay.
Okay, Sharpie.
Alright. Sharpie will bounce up on Moltel's shoulder from the owl. Tell the owl to move back at least 50 feet. Don't get too close to the ship.
Okay.
And then bounce from Moltel onto the top of the ship.
Okay. So to leap off from... You're leaping off Moltel's shoulders or something and grabbing onto the railing about 5 feet above. You're fairly confident it's pretty easy, but you'll still take an athletics. Acrobatics.
Not acrobatics?
Acrobatics. This is definitely that type of thing. Yep, no worries. So you grab on and you're standing, there's not a lot of space to stand here, and you're looking down onto the... Yeah, okay, so you shimmy along so that you've got some good footing. Again, you see you've just passed over a couple of deep gouges in the side of in the hull of the ship, on the deck, and it looks like part of the ship has been pushed in and collapsed. Okay. You hear some thudding sounds, and there's 2 claws right next to where you are, Sharpie, and near where you are, Nina, come up over the sides, and this hairy, light blue, grotesque creature, sort of a bit of a goblin face, peers up over the top and hauls itself up over the edge. It's clearly a lot higher than, quite easily to just grab onto the sides given its size, and it's then just standing there. As soon as it comes closer to you, you can feel cold emanating from it. Sharpie, it tries to slash at you with its claw. Hitting on class 26.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Doing 13 slashing damage.
Alright, uncanny dodge, down to 6.
Okay, that also will dodge 12 damage of cold damage as well. So when it slashes you, it freezes the flesh around where the claw hits. So let's say 12 in total from the half, or 13, I guess.
Yep.
It slashes at you again with the other claw, hitting armor class 12, which I presume is a miss.
Nope, Sharpie will happily dodge that one.
Yeah, And finally, after doing those 2 big slashes, it chomps down on your head, hitting armor class 20.
That'll do it.
Doing 8 piercing damage and 9 cold damage. And then threads.
Yep, that hurt.
You can hear that there's a big battle going on.
Yeah, Sharpie will be screaming.
Yes.
Well, that doesn't sound good, I say to myself. And I run over to the boat.
Okay.
And then, is it 15 feet up? Did you
Yes.
say 15 foot?
Yep.
So I can make that just with my climbing speed now.
It'll still take a
If I climb up.
Yeah, climbing check.
Yeah, so yes, I will do that. What do you need me to roll?
Acrobatics. Okay, you nimbly
15.
sprint at the ship, do a leap off the ice, grab onto the gunwale and hoik yourself up over the top.
Okay, and I see the monster from here.
You can, yes.
And I've seen Sharpie, heard Sharpie screaming a lot, so
Yes,
I'm gonna
it's
fire at
chewing-
it twice.
It's chewing on his head. Okay, roll to hit.
Yeah, definitely gonna shoot at it.
Bonus action.
22 to hit.
Okay.
Oh, bonus action. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, no worries. So Hunter's Mark goes off, it is now marked, and then you launch an arrow, hitting armor class 22, hitting quite easily.
That's 9 damage plus 5 for the Hunter's Mark, making it 14.
Okay, you sink an arrow into it, it howls out in pain, and looks around at you with cunning, beady eyes.
I notch another arrow, take aim at its little beady eyes,
Yeah.
and fire.
Okay,
27 to hit.
27 hits.
13 plus Hunter's Mark, making it 15.
Okay. Two big hits. That's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Moltel.
So I'm going to just walk up to the rope, but instead of using it, I'm just going to reach up and pull myself over the edge. I might have to do a standing jump just so I can reach the edge of it.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I want to pull myself over the edge to basically there.
Yep. You can do an athletics or an acrobatics. It's still a climbing check though. It's pretty easy, but
I'm going to do athletics.
yeah, no worries. Okay, no worries. You hoik yourself up, and I guess use 10 feet of movement to get onto the ship, moving over the rail.
And seeing this, seeing this beastie in front of me now, I'm going to swing my battle axe at it.
Okay. As you move in, you can feel this numbing cold as you approach, and you take 11 cold damage.
Okay. Yes, I will attack this creature.
Roll to hit.
$17 to hit.
Ooh, 17. You find it's actually got tougher skin than you would have thought. You do hit, but only just. the layers of shaggy matted fur and very dense. Its skin is quite rubbery, you find, so there's a springiness to it.
It took 8
slashing.
8 damage from my 8 slashing. And could I please get you to make a strength saving throw, because I hit with this. I'm going to activate my fire rune.
Okay, so the fire rune goes off and it does a saving throw. Versus what? Sorry.
Strength saving throw, please.
What does it need? More than 10, I presume.
It will need 15.
Yeah. Okay. So the fire shackles appear around its wrists and latch on. It fails its save.
It takes 7. It takes 7 fire damage from that.
Ooh, okay.
And since it's restrained, I have advantage on my next check. My next attack, don't I?
Is it restrained? I don't know.
Yep.
Yes, it is restrained. Restrained by my shackles.
Okay. Dum dum dum.
I thought restrained was just it can't move.
Speed 0, can't benefit from speeds. Attack rolls have advantage against it, and its attacks have disadvantage. So yes, advantage to hit with the second attack.
Cool. A 23 to hit.
Okay.
Taking 11 damage.
All right.
Question. If I've already used a combat skill, like my shackles, I can't use another one, can I?
I think your runes are once per round, isn't it?
You'll have to look it up. The runes are it's in the other tab for the fire rune, which is once I've used it, it's used up. But I'm wondering, could I use a action surge as well?
Yeah, you can action surge.
If I've already used that.
Yep, action
then
surge
I'm going
is,
to...
Yeah, action surge is just you do the attack action and then you just do action surge and get another action.
2 attacks.
Yep.
Yep, okay. I will use action surge and attack it again.
Okay, there you go. Roll to hit. With advantage.
.22 to hit.
Okay, 22 hits.
9 slashing.
Okay. It's only just now gone down to wounded, so about half. It's taken about 60 or 70.
19 to hit.
60 or 70 hit points so far. Yep, that one hits as well. Everyone is just unloading on this thing.
11 damage slashing.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I think that's your turn, and it's Duchess from across the way.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 5 feet here, and then bonus action cast jump. Jump.
Yep. Okay. There's a spot across here. There's a landing spot.
Jump. Yep. And as I land, I'm gonna take a swing with the hammer.
Okay. All right. Here comes Wolverine. You launch into the air and land. Axe first. Go for it.
All right.
Advantage to hit.
Yep. 75. It hits.
Armor class.
So
I can't see it.
25.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep. No problem.
So that's 10 damage on the first one.
Okay. Roll the second.
And 8 on the second one.
Okay. Another 2 big slashes from the axe. That's your turn, Nina. Sorry.
Nina.
Just 1 minute. Duchess, when you approach it,
Yep.
you come close enough to be exposed to its cold aura and take 8 damage.
Okay.
Nina, at the start of your turn, you take 10 cold damage.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
Nina's really angry to have a trespasser
Trespasser, yes.
in her house. Yes, she was not expecting this kind of welcome when she came home. So she's gonna be raging, and she's gonna attack the monster in front of her.
Okay.
She's gonna use her short sword
Yep.
and swing with the 9 to hit.
No, 9 misses.
Assuming that misses,
Oh, it's
she's
a-
gonna use her.
It's an advantage. You get a second
Advantage.
roll.
Oh, with advantage. Ooh, a 10.
No, Thread, she's not a barbarian, she's just cross.
She's just angry. No, she is going to use her second action, the second attack. She actually has a second attack now at 6th level, so she's
nice.
going to attack again
Yep,
with her short sword for a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
She's going to use a Bardic Inspiration to add an extra 8 to that attack, so
Wow.
9 plus 8, 17. And she's going to try and... Can she push that monster back? 8 plus 5. Can she move him back, even though he's restrained?
Yeah, so you can push someone with a movement of 0. It's not their movement. A shove. But shove is normally an action that you do instead of attacking.
It's part of her Bardic Inspiration, her mobile flourish.
Okay. How far back does
Yep,
it go?
so 5 plus 8, so she'll go back 13 feet.
Okay, so that's enough to launch him back. In the hold, he tries to grab on, but both of his arms are tied together. And in a look of horror, as he watches you and in slow motion, tips over backwards. And you see his feet are the last thing that you see as he disappears headfirst down into the hold. You can roll 2d6 for falling damage as well.
2d6, nice. 7.
Okay, and you don't hear any growls anymore.
She'll step up and
Yep,
she'll
look
yell
over the
back.
edge and you see this large, tied, incapacitated, slashed, armor, arrow-riddled, adamantine-hammered creature, comatose on the floor. You also see the glitter of gold in the ice on the floor too.
Unwanted monster. And then she'll just move away. She wants to find Mother. She's not interested in him anymore.
Okay.
Just dealt with the trespasser. She'll talk to Sharpie. She'll let him know that wasn't Mother. Mother's a lot nicer.
Good to know. Here, I thought I'd made a bad impression. Sharpie is basically still extracting himself from the mouth of this thing.
Yes, yeah. Luckily it let go as it fell backwards. Okay, but you're sort of combing your hair and straightening up your jacket. Dusting off, and so you find yourself once again in a lonely, blowing wind, driving snow. This time
Nina wants
without
to
an
get
ice
downstairs.
trial. Yep, okay.
Wait, is there anything else on top of the deck that would be of interest to me,
There's
Nina?
quite a bit of paraphernalia around. It'd take a bit of a snoop about to see.
No.
What I'm going to do?
Duchess,
What I'm going to do?
Uh-huh.
Just 1 minute. I'm going to move you onto the deck because the area that you're in right now is actually the top-down view, and of course you would see both upper and lower deck. But where you actually are, if I move you across to here, is on this area. So the lower hold, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And there's stairs here and here to the north, and stairs descending just here next to where Moltel is down to the south, and there's also a door on to the aft.
What does the door lead to?
You
Can
go
you
across.
move me as well?
Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, Duchess, you got left behind. There you are.
Thanks.
Okay, just closing off the turn order. Right, so we can sort of shift attention to this other deck. Nina, you go over, and there's lots of banks of ice and debris, flotsam and jetsam. You can see there's claw marks all around the hole, generally in threes, but there's a few loose ones here and there. And Ash and Sharpie, as you walk around, you can feel the bulge of the deck. It looks like the whole deck has had something very heavy on it, and it's sort of pushed it down. It's almost come away from the mast, and the mast is just sort of freestanding in the ship. Nina, where you are, you see all along here, encased in, covered in, like there's a snow mound. Let's have a look. I'll just draw it freehand for you. So there's a mound of snow which covers over what you would normally have known to be a door.
And where does the door lead to usually?
Usually this would go through to the captain's cabin.
Okay. Can she cast precipitation to melt the snow?
Yeah, sure. You can. It's slow to melt it with heat, and it takes a while to do. It's like, yeah. So you put a fire to ice, and it sort of gets slick. It takes a while to melt it, but given enough time, it will do that.
Sharpie will be investigating the top decks here, scrounging around, seeing if there's anything interesting.
While they're doing that, I'd like to investigate these markings around the edge of this hole.
Yeah, okay.
Jacques will help Nina. I'm just gonna smash the ice with my hammer.
Okay.
That's a
little bit quicker. Yep. Automatic critical hits against non-living or structures, which this is. Okay, so Jacques starts pounding away at the ice. You're melting the snow so that it's becoming more clear, rather than the frosted snow-covered ice, or that rime that you'd see that covers some ice that has snow falling on it. Moltel and Sharpie, can you do survival checks, wisdom survival checks, please?
Survive?
Right. Yeah, just for your tracking around. It's like tracking. It's your investigating the top of the deck.
Yeah, I got a 13 on my survival check there.
Yeah. Okay.
19.
Okay, so between the two of you, you surmise that all of the damage to the deck has probably been caused by a single large creature.
Not the creature that we just fought?
No.
That was much big.
No.
These are much bigger.
Yeah.
Giant things, even bigger than me.
It's probably the dragon.
If I move that creature next to the claw marks, you can see the claw marks are sort of 5 feet across from one to the other, whereas this entire creature fills a 10-foot square. The one that you just fought.
So, safe to say, big beastie?
Yeah, when I say large, I'm not talking in D&D rules. I'm just talking, wow, that's huge.
Yeah, huge, large, as in like, oh wow, that's big.
Because large, huge, and gargantuan have a meaning. This is monstrous, epic.
Yeah.
Nina sees Sharpie and Motel. Can she ask them, how fresh do those tracks look, guys?
DM.
You would
rule that?
You don't know exactly, but you would surmise days. So there's snow on top of the gouges.
A few days. So it's probably not likely to come back immediately. Come back.
Nina and Jacques, you pound away and a huge chunk of ice falls away, and Nina, you see the back of a creature, a human-sized form, slumped against the door, encased in ice.
Do I recognize him?
Nina, is this your mom?
I don't know. Do I recognize the human?
Yeah, from the clothing and the hair, it definitely looks like who you've been looking for.
She's gonna pull. Is a body? She's gonna pull the body out to here.
It's still encased in
She's
ice.
gonna-
You
Oh,
can
it's still
see it.
encased in ice.
It's almost as if it's like a mosquito in resin.
She's gonna yell at Jacuz. Get her out!
Get her out!
Well, I keep
Get her out!
Okay.
All right.
This is the horror of these sorts of things, where it actually takes quite a long time before you.
But I'm gonna do it more carefully this time,
Yeah,
knowing
okay.
there's a
All right.
person in the ice.
Okay, it looks
Can
like.
Sharpie stick his head down the hole?
Sure.
Just
Can
have a
I
look
send?
around there.
Can I send Dawn into the hole?
Sure. Dawn, I'm going to put you down into there, and Sharpie, I'll just move you in there just so that you can have a look around, just poking your head down.
Yeah,
You
hold on
haven't
to-
given me vision.
Right, let's have a look.
Yeah, I was going to say I could hold on to Sharpie so you get a better look down.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I would have shrunk down by now as well, because it only lasts a minute. But I'm laying prone and holding Sharpie.
Okay. Just stopping him from tipping over, getting a hold in. Okay, so I've moved Sharpie and Threads in there. I know you're not actually in there, but Dawn's just having a look around. Sharpie's having a look around. The corpse of the ice troll is still there, still exactly as it fell. Nina and Jacuz, you can tell that Mother was probably clawing at the door and trying to haul or push or shove on the door, and has almost been frozen in time, like a hold person spell. And something has just instantly encased her all in ice.
Oh, Mother.
It looks like she was
I'm so sorry.
she was desperately trying to open this door at the point of being frozen here.
Is she out now?
Yes.
Is the body out?
Yes.
She's gonna pull the body to the deck. Oh, Ash is there.
Hello, Ash.
So pull the body to so pull the body to the deck, and she's gonna start mourning for Mother. She's
Okay.
gonna start taking out all her trinkets, and she's gonna splay them on Mother, and she'll be like, "I'm so sorry. We're here. We're home. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. They're dead. I had to eat them to come back. I'm so sorry, Mother." And you hear her sobbing, and she's just really upset. She knew that Mother died, but she did not know it would be this way.
Mm.
And then
It's a grimace of fear on her face, frozen.
can she even close her eyes?
After a time, yes.
She'll close her eyes,
Okay.
and then she'll get up, and she'll say to everyone on deck, I wonder why she was out here alone. The captain was meant to be with her too. At the captain's quarters there. Let's go
Might still be in there.
Let's go have a look.
Okay. Threads, you're actually up on deck, but and Sharpie, are you heading over or?
Was there anything interesting down there?
Okay, so I'll come back to you just because of what you're looking at while the others sort of move over to this this thing. So what you can see is a few life rafts just stored here. They're sort of like kayaks. The ship's hold contains heaps of snow, 4 tied down jolly boats covered with rime. The forward and starboard corner rests on the forward starboard corner of the hold rests a large pile of treasure that seems to be covered in ice. And when I say large, there's probably layers of ice, and things have been chucked on top of it, and then more layers of ice built up, and then other stuff chucked up on top of it. It's covered in rime, so you'd probably have to scrape it away to go and look through, like the glass resin window that was Mother above. But you can tell at least there's reflective gold and silver shining through the ice.
Alright. That's it. Maltel, if you can pull me back up and just say to the others, there's a treasure pile down there, like a big treasure pile. I don't really like the sounds of that if we've got dragons about.
Did it look interesting?
Oh, definitely. But it also looks like somebody deliberately mounted it there.
Yeah. Should we go raid a dragon's horde?
How about we just keep well watch for the dragon?
Oh, spoil sport.
Okay, I rephrase that. I'll keep watch for the dragon. You go raid the dragon's horde.
Well, my wolf ice is keeping watch upside, so.
Now there's hundreds of coins, but not thousands, just to give you an idea. But they're sort of it's a bit deceiving because they're spread over the ice and suspended in it like a muddy water. Let's just move back to.
Do you reckon we'll need Duchess's hammer to look through that?
Probably.
Hey, Malta, you want to borrow my hammer?
Sure.
All right, I'll toss the hammer to Malta.
Okay, and what have you got in your hands, Duchess?
Oh, I still have a javelin.
Okay. Nina.
She wants to open the door if it's melted off now.
Okay,
Or get out of the way.
Duchess has caused enough damage there that the door is now free or visible, but it'll still take some pounding or something. The reason Mother couldn't get in, for whatever reason, it still appears locked or latched or barred or something.
Can she do a check and see if it's like a magic lock or something, or?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana roll to investigate for that.
$11.
You don't see any evidence of magical protections.
Can I try and unlock it?
Yeah, sure. Let's have a look. You'd need thieves' tools to pick a lock and try and open it.
Can I move back? Because Sharpie's gone. Can I cast Cloud of Get Daggers on the door?
Yeah, you can try and do enough damage to the door itself to...
It's a concentration spell, and every turn it takes 4d4 damage.
Oh, right, okay. So you cast that, and after about 2 rounds, the door is splintered enough. 2 or 3 rounds, so it's a minute, I presume.
It's a minute, yeah.
Yeah, so you cast Cloud of Daggers, and in less than a minute, the door is splintered enough that you could probably just kick it in and it'll fall apart.
Walk in.
Okay. I'm just going to remove the door.
She'll turn around. She'll ask Ash. Ash, can you please send Mother off? Give her a ceremony.
I would be happy to. We can do a proper ceremony, perhaps overnight or tomorrow morning. Do you want to bury her around here, or do you mean to just do the ceremony over her body here?
We can bury her at sea. Okay.
I just nod.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see, the aft castle is taken up by one spacious cabin, the entire area. Frost is covering every surface and finishing, and there's a human corpse. It's slumped against the port side of the wall, and I think you can see on the diagram there's a large, heavy chest that's tucked into an alcove around the side, because there's a staircase above, so it sort of forms a little pocket. And this skeleton is slumped against that with its arm draped across it. The skeleton
Is this the captain?
Yes, this is Captain Rudolph Bluemoon, who you have known. It's got a jacket, a wide-brimmed hat that hides most of its skull, and under its right arm there's a journal. The floor is strewn with empty wine bottles all around it.
Wretched captain. Just gonna pull him off.
Yep.
Just gonna ask for everyone. She's gonna just ask, you guys can come in. It's the captain. It's only the captain here, and she'll look through the body and the journal.
Okay. Yeah. So the corpse is that of Captain Rudolph Bluemoon, who stayed behind to watch over the ship, and his ill-gotten booty. Affixed to his hat is a badge, a red eel wrapped around a golden trident. And you find on the inside jacket pocket there's a key. The head of the key that you would hang on to is in the shape of a rat skull, metal.
She'll take it.
Okay, you got the key. The wine bottles.
What does the journal say?
The wine bottles are all labelled Sweet Berry Summer Wine. They're all empty and there are no corks to be seen anywhere. The journal. It chronicles the exploits of the Dark Duchess and describes journeys that you would have been familiar with. You would have been there for them. You recount, recall stories of Captain Bluemoon, or your memories, if you wanted to recount any of that to the party. That's up to you. A lot of the entries reveal him to be a cruel, cunning individual ruling his ship through fear instead of respect. It's apparent that he had many excuses for why he had many enemies and few friends. The most interesting part is the last journal entry, which says, that damned white dragon is back, circling above me like a vulture. I reckon she could carry this entire ship back to Luskan, were she a mind, to die of starvation, bitter cold, or a dragon. Choices, choices.
She'll kick his body out the way.
Yep.
And she'll investigate the chest.
Okay. The chest has a lock, but there's also a lot of ice all over the lock and the chest as well. Not feet of it, just, a layer of it.
Duchess!
What?
There's something in here you might want. She's tired of all the treasure. She's not in the treasure mode. She'll give Duchess the key. And she'll ask him, you might want to... You can get the ice away, he might be able to unlock it.
Yeah, I'll chip away with the ice pick. Hammer's kit.
Okay. So it takes about 10 minutes to chip away the ice carefully, and eventually you've got access at least to the lock, and it's free of ice.
So while this was all happening, DM,
Yep.
Mortel would have gone downstairs, seen the pile, and like, right, that's impressive, and started smacking away at it, basically.
Okay, so you
with
start
with that
smacking
hammer.
away at it. Yep. I'll just go back to the chest, and I'll come back to you three for the hold. Duchess.
Yeah. Since Nina gave you the key, Nina, are you sure you want to open this up?
She has no interest in the treasure on ship. The treasure all belongs to her anyway, but she has no interest. Go,
Okay,
Duchess.
so,
You can have it.
all right. If you're really sure about it, then I'll open it.
Okay, you open it up, and it reveals two compartments. One is empty, other than about 10 to 15 or so stained wine corks. The other side is a little bit smaller, and that's got some bags, leather bags. Chink, chink, chink.
Okay. All right. I'll keep it on me for now. Yes.
Okay.
Should join everybody else.
Thanks, Nina. But I think the whole party will make better use of this as well.
You'll be surprised what you see downstairs then.
Okay. Let's see. So, did you? Sorry, Duchess, I missed that. Are you leaving the stuff here, or taking it, or?
I'm taking all of it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you get two bags, two leather bags out. Probably just by the weight of it, probably a few hundred coins, maybe 1,000 in total altogether, in terms of weight. And then then you all head down to the hold. Is that? There's stairs right here in the middle of the hold that lead up, which is going to exactly by the captain's door. There's a staircase going down. So, so Mortel, threads, Sharpie. You're in the hold. Schmoltel starts smashing away, and even with the hammer, it looks like it might be about half an hour before you get down to where there's some treasure. But so just you're mining effectively, but you can actually see, 3 feet in. Let's see. There's if I assume that's like a half hour or so of digging under the first layer. There's a few hundred coins of assorted types, as well as a couple of gems. There's quite a few more feet of ice to get through to a couple of gems that are embedded deeper in the ice, including a scroll tube and a potion. Another couple of feet in. There's some larger art objects, a quiver with shafts poking out, a large globe of some sort, like a crystal ball type thing, and a few more gems, a marble statuette with gold, a bit more gold, and further down, probably laid on the ground or only on a bit of a couple of feet of ice, is a shield made of. Let's have a look. I think I know what it's made of. Yeah, a shield made of a large white scale, a single one, and draped over it like a Spartan is a large purple cloak.
So that's the the whole pile, was it?
That's the whole pile, yeah.
That we smashed.
Yep. Well, you're starting to smash
After-
it, and you reckon after about half an hour, you'll probably be able to chink out your first layer of stuff.
During that half hour, Nina's gonna comment, "Treasure's cursed. Treasure doomed my ship. If you want to take it, it's your choice, but it's only gonna cause you trouble, I think."
Treasure shiny.
I agree.
Treasure pretty.
Are we really going to touch what brought this dragon here? Probably.
Yes.
Or did the dragon bring it here?
Yes and yes.
Stay with Nina's mother, I think. You lot can handle it up here.
Okay.
There's some doors there.
Nina-
I'll let you guys investigate those doors yourself, and I'll go up. I'll go up with Ash.
Okay. So I'll put Ash and Nina up the top. Going
I have a
right.
feeling the
Yep,
I have a feeling the dragon's gonna come back.
I go up with them.
Seems likely.
Okay,
Nina's
so-
gonna while Ash does the ceremony, or while Ash is with her, Nina will do her ritual summon to pop her dome up.
Okay. You can draw that in if you like.
Sharpie.
Where you want to position it. Sharpie?
And it's gonna stay with Nina and Ash.
Okay.
Sharpie's going to basically investigate the doors
Yeah, okay.
in the bottom hole.
Okey-doke. Looks like you can get this door open. It's a bit stuck shut, but it's more from ice rather than it being locked, the one in the north. And Moltel, you uncover the first layer of ice over that half hour, uncovering 72 gold, 181 silver, 352 copper, and 2 pearls worth 100 gold each, roughly.
Not bad, not bad. I keep mining.
Okay. Sharpie,
Can you just repeat that? So,
I've put it into the chat in
okay, thanks.
in
Yep.
roll 20. Sharpie. Your curiosity. This door opens after a bit of diggling around. It looks like it's a galley, kitchen of some sort, and it looks like it's been thoroughly ransacked. And there's to your surprise, looking up at you with its hourglass eyes, is a Arctic goat. It's tied to the stove, and it's got looks like it's got a blanket over it with some ropes and things. A couple of sacks on the side, like as if it's a pack animal, and it looks at you. Nah. It's a little thin and
Is it tied?
bedraggled.
Tied up? Yeah.
Yeah, just around its neck. It shuffles towards you.
Going to Nina. There is a goat down here.
I'm
Does it belong
upstairs.
to you?
I'm upstairs.
No, in your head, booming voice.
There's a goat. Don't know anything about it.
Okay, thank you.
No living creatures would have been left by the time Nina left the things. They would have all been slaughtered for food.
Yeah.
Just checking. Sharpie will check out the other doors.
Okay. The one further on from here. You go beyond the thing, and the goat comes and hangs out next to you. Not aggressive.
Give it a pat.
Yeah, okay. It keeps bleating. Nah. You get this next door open. You're right up the front of the ship now, in the prow. The cabin is empty except for a smashed wooden crate lying on a frost-covered floor. This room smells of rum.
Yeah, quick check around, see if there's anything useful in those two rooms, but other than that, walk back out and check the other doors.
Okay. Check the other doors to the south. All right, I'll move back to Threads, Moltel, Duchess.
What?
Threads, there is a goat in that other room.
An animal?
Yeah.
Last I checked, goats are animals, definitely.
I hurriedly go over to wherever this goat is.
Okay. In here.
Can you move me there? Oh, yes, thank you. I cast Speak with Animals again, and I say, hello,
Okay.
darling, how are you?
Yep. Hungry. Nah. can tell
I look at my backpack to see how many rations I have.
Okay. You might have something.
Yeah, I offer it a
you want.
ration.
Yeah. Okay. It eats whatever you give it. Goats are famous for eating anything, and this is a very hungry goat.
I ask it, how long have you been here?
Since the sun went down.
So, recently?
Yeah, you get the idea that it's only recent.
Who brought you here?
My masters, my feeders.
Humans?
The wee dragon men.
We dragon men, you say? Are they around here?
The goat doesn't know. But assume so. They feed it and it carries their stuff.
Okay, are they coming back soon? Do you know?
I hope so. They will untie me.
Okay. Is it tied up? You said it's tied up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I untie him.
Okay.
Her. Then.
She does one of those little hops that they do when they're happy, and it jumps bling bling and sort of butts around the place and moves through into the hold and starts butting and jumping about. Like Sid Vicious.
Don't mind her, she's my new friend. I say to Sharpie and Maltel that there might be... Would I know in character what she's talking about? The dragon men?
You can assume what you know from what the goat's describing.
Sounds like kobolds.
Yeah, but like would Threads know that basically?
We met a couple already.
You've seen them in Icewind.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
So I relayed to Sharpie and Maltel that.
So we've maybe got kobolds coming in. Might want to tell Nina and Duchess too.
Yes, sounds good.
Too busy breaking pile of ice.
Again, think it's a terrible idea.
You're doing good, Martel.
Terrible.
No, not terrible idea. Shinies.
Cursed shinies are not good shinies.
Yeah, I don't see the curse happening.
Shiny is shiny, regardless of cursed or not.
Also, angry dragons are not good dragons.
So?
In the dome, can I make a medicine check on the corpse to see how many days dead it is?
Yeah, probably months, or maybe a month.
1 month? Mother was tougher than I thought.
I'm gonna ask Nina, so what was her name?
Her name's Mother. She looked after everyone on the ship. That's why I came back, because she looked after me. But the captain wasn't good to us. She was the one that kept us going.
And how did you guys end up here?
We got treasure, or going back to Luskin, and the sea froze around her and we got stuck. So to leave, a group of us had to go and get help, but obviously I'm the only one that came back.
I propose that we prepare, and I would be happy to perform a full ceremony at Rome. Would that be all right with you?
Yeah.
Except that we might have company soon, I shout up to the deck.
Yeah, you may have to delicately take Mother onto the sleds, perhaps, and find shelter just in the tree line, away from whatever built the horde.
Mother's not leaving the ship. I think we should leave her here.
Duchess.
Is there something flammable on this ship that we could do a proper send-off?
Well, it's made of wood, but
The whole ship.
yeah, but it's
But an extra thing to start a fire.
I have some tinder, but that's...
Lamp oil? I've got a couple of things.
I have oil too. We can light the ship up or send it off.
So, Nina, was there rum on this ship?
Yeah, there was a bunch in the front hold. It's all smashed though.
Nina doesn't know, but Jakkus knows. Jakkus found some rum in the chest.
I did? No, I found coins.
Did you not?
I found coins and what you call those things? God. I found 2 leather bags. And I think corks.
Corks.
Yeah.
Why are you looking for rum?
More rum.
I have the wine from Good Mead. I still have the honey wine.
Something to set her on fire, right?
I think the torch, the well oil that we have is enough.
Because once it's caught something, we can be safe to say it's going to burn down. If that is what you wish, Nina.
Yeah. Send the ship away. Let's sink it to the sea where it belongs.
I whisper to Nina whilst we're in the dome, like, I could prepare a spell, but I would need to do it overnight. It would let you ask your mother some questions one last time.
That'd be great, Ash. I appreciate it.
That just... Oh, of course, it's no trouble. Anything. It's just that we would need to be here overnight, or come back here tomorrow.
Moltel's keeping on bashing away while you're making these plans, and he releases some tatters of indigo fabric lined with gold thread, wrapped up in an oilskin, protected from the ice because of the wrapping. Each one of those would be worth 25 gold. 3 pieces of quartz, minor gemstones worth 50 each. An aquamarine. It's got a flaw, but otherwise probably worth about 250 gold due to its size. And there's a scrimshaw figurine of an archer with some sort of magical etchings. The next layer in, Moltel, again will take some time, but there's, amongst other things, a quiver and a globe of some sort.
DM, what did
I instantly passed the quiver to Threads. I go,
It'll
Pass
take,
it over.
Ranger,
it's an hour of
Archer,
It'll take
you.
It'll take you an hour.
Yep. Can I also take the figurine of of the archer just to see if it does anything after an hour?
Yeah, okay.
Just to hold on to it, guys. You know.
Sure, don't let it kill you.
None of this,
Can you type?
Nina. None of this stuff
You
is
type
familiar to you.
in,
It's not pirate treasure.
Can
Okay.
you type the one from the chest also? The one that Jacques got?
Oh yeah, Duchess can have a look inside his sacks. Let's see. When you reach inside the bag, your arm goes all the way in. It can't possibly do that. You would have
Oh,
poked your arm out the other end.
cool.
But reaching around inside, you pull out fistfuls of coins.
Okay, so is that like a magical item or something?
Well, it seems it. It seems it's
Bag of holding.
it's betraying. It's defying the laws of reality.
Uh-huh.
But I'll paste. I think I've already pasted in. Oh, no, I haven't. 150 gold, 550 silver, a small bracelet worth 25, a large bracelet worth 250, and a bag.
Oh, okay.
And a bag. I'll paste that into the chat as well.
Alright, cool.
This is
And
just
the bag of
Were both bags
holding?
magical, or it's just the one?
Just the one.
Okay, cool.
But
So the gray bag is the one where is the magical one.
yes, yeah.
Alright.
You've been here probably an hour and a half or so, and it's probably, you would estimate another hour to release the quiver. Moltel, you can now see, because you're halfway through the ice, the shield that's at the bottom has got a giant rune on it. Clearly some sort of rune magic similar to what you're familiar with.
Is it at all possible to go faster if I grow large and smack on this thing with heavier hits?
Yep. No. I assume you're going as powerful as you can. You're doing more damage to it, but it's probably more about time. When you go large, how long do you stay large for?
A minute.
Yeah. Okay. So we're talking an hour of digging, and you'll be double size for a minute. So even if that's double,
Hence why I'm asking that.
Yeah.
Would it go quicker?
it's not going to.
Rather not waste it if it's not going to
Yeah.
go quicker. If it's going to be about the same pace, I'll just keep hitting it in my small form.
Yeah. You'll probably get there in 58 minutes rather than 60, because you go twice as fast for 1 minute. You've got to pace yourself, Mortel.
Oh, but the mithril hammer does double damage, right? The adamantine.
Yeah. Without that mithril hammer, it would have been taking an hour to an hour and a half every layer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is there a door at the bottom end of the?
There is, Sharpie,
Hold.
and you're right there. Do you want to go through and have a look?
Yeah, while Moltel's doing the next layer.
Okay. Moltel, can you, just while we're at it, Moltel, can you do a percentage roll for me for your third layer endeavours? And Sharpie, I'll just remove that door for you.
15 on the D100.
Okay, no worries. Let's see. Okay, where are you? Oh, Ash and Nina, you're up on deck, right? Yep, okay.
Yep.
Dark vision.
I will
working.
Okay, so Sharpie, I'm just going to move to you for the moment and describe this room that you're just looking at. Let's see, 12. The floor of this cabin's icy. Lying on their sides are 2 empty open barrels. There's hides and furs that have been pushed into these barrels to make makeshift sleeping quarters, it seems, and 2 similar upright barrels appear untouched. What's your passive perception?
20.
Okay. You're fairly convinced that there are creatures hiding behind the barrels and maybe a couple inside the barrels trying to cover themselves in rags. You see one of them quiver a little bit. And you can hear some breath being held.
Psychically, Sharpie's just going to let everyone know. Looks like the kobolds are still here in the ship. They're hidden in the back of the hold. They're just hiding from us. He's going to walk back out and just close the door behind him.
Okay.
And
I keep an arrow trained on the door.
Okay. Click. Door closes.
I don't really see any need to do anything about them unless they come out.
Moltel. And 45 minutes pass by since releasing the potions carefully, and you're pounding away bear's fruit. You release 221 gold, a 1 foot tall marble statuette of a griffin inlaid with gold, a almost perfect black pearl, a peridot carved in the shape of a leaf. I'm pasting all this into the chat. And a quiver and an orb. A ball, a globe, a sphere, whatever you want to call it. I'm not trying to give anything away, but yes, it's
So is that shield with the runes on it one more layer down? Is it, or
it
is it
yeah.
in that?
Yeah.
Oh God!
Are you exhausted yet?
Nope. Not yet.
Jack move over to Motel and just get his battle axe from his back and help him smash at this.
No worries. You probably flip the battle axe over and use the sort of flat part to sort of bludgeon the ice. Let's have a look.
Or an ice pick, which would have been faster.
Oh yeah, pick would be quicker. It's
Yeah, right. The ice pick.
Appropriate tool, right tool for the job. Okay, so between the two of you, you go pounding away at this thing, trying to chip away, and eventually, let's see. Can you roll another percentage dice for me, Moltel?
Right, 2.
Right. Nina and Ash, you hear a cry on the wind and hear a large beating sound of wings.
This ice howl?
It must be very close. It sounds very close because you because of the snow, it obscures visibility. So it's only 100 to 150 feet that you can see.
Does Ice notice anything also from the outside?
Yeah, Ice would hear the same thing.
Oh.
You all hear this howl from Ice, and Nina and Ash, you are psychically connected to Sharpie as you see on the an enormous dragon come out of the snow and alight on the prow of the ship. As it does, the whole ship shakes slightly. Let's have a
We
look.
found our visitor.
We're safe in your dome, aren't we? But the others.
Did you want to tell the others?
Yeah, I'll practically use my link. I mean, when we heard the wings on the wall, we would have tried to warn them, I imagine.
But we would have felt it
As
when
it landed, yeah.
I
That's
mean, you
okay.
need to
Telling
get
us what
around.
it is always a good plan. I like it.
Yeah.
Look at like, should we try and take shelter at the very bottom of the ship and try and make a dome again?
No, I think the dragon would have spotted us already. Isn't the dragon just north of us?
Yeah, it's on the ship.
Does it look like it's looking at us?
It's looking around. Let's see, where are you guys? Oh, I'm just going to position you so you're on the same map as it. Makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And very curious, it goes clawing its way over to the hole and is looking around, and you can see its eyes are completely clouded over. It has no pupils. But as it looks around, it spies you and appears to be looking directly at you. Another curious thing is it appears to have a saddle. This thing is enormous. It's its body is 20 feet across. It's clearly that its claw is 5 feet across. Maybe 70 feet or so.
Pass this information.
70 feet.
I psychically tell Sharpie. It's here, it has a saddle, it's blind, but it also has sight, it can see us. You should think of trying to maybe escape down the bottom.
Right, no problems. Sharpie will relay that, and yeah, he's probably actually going to do his best to stealth off the ship.
Okay. Where are you, Sharpie? You're down the bottom, aren't you?
Yeah. And well, Threads Motel, what are you guys planning on?
Let's go initiative. Hang on a sec, I'm clearing out the... Clearing it out.
Just the thing, dear. My dark vision doesn't seem to be working.
Where are you?
Right next to the pile where I have been.
Yeah, can you not see anything?
I can't. I can just see where we have been in the ship, but I can't see anything else. I can't see where people are or what.
Let me just make an adjustment. You've been everywhere in the ship now, so we don't really need the dynamic lighting. How's that looking?
Black screen for me. I can see my token, but I can't see anything else.
Something to do with your token.
There it is. I had to reconnect.
You had to what?
Had to reconnect.
Oh,
I had to reconnect.
Okay, I just switched it on to daylight mode in any case, so switch the dynamic lighting off so you can see the rooms of the ship. You've been into pretty much all of them, I think, except for maybe some of the 4 ones up the top. But yeah, so Nina, you've got your dome. Oh, I see. That's your thing that you two are in. But the dome is see-through, so you can see it right now. You can see that there's some creature sitting on the saddle, but it's just flopping there. It's not moving. It looks like it's tied to the saddle.
This is a dragon, like
This is a
full-on
dragon.
dragon.
This is a dragon twice the size of the Chandelier dragon.
Oh.
I'm just going to remove turns? I presume people haven't put themselves in yet, or they have.
We've put ourselves in.
Oh, okay.
These are all the roles we've done after you cleared it
Oh,
first
okay,
time.
cool. All right, so I don't need to clear it out. Good. Let's have a look here. I'll just add in. I generally do roll terribly for my initiatives. 1, natural 1. Okay, I'm sorting now. Moltel, you hear the howl. I presume you hear a shouted warning from, who was it? From Sharpie? You're very close to getting this wrapped up shield.
God, this is tough.
There's not much light coming in through this hole because it's being blocked out.
I really want that shield.
Yes, I'm a terrible DM.
Do what your character would do. Do it.
Yeah, my character seeing the shield and is like nearly close to it is going to keep going at it. So.
Okay. Can you roll an athletics check? This time you're that close that last sprint at the end, if you can pass it, might free it for you. Okay, you're going to pass. It's all cracked around, and you've got this huge chunk of ice wrapped around a shield. But it's not free. It's like you'll still need to pound this block of ice up a little bit. Duchess.
Seeing Motel go at it, I'm gonna help him.
Okay.
But then I tell Motel, as soon as this thing is out, you give me my hammer back.
Yeah. Okay.
Done.
All right. Can you roll an athletics check as well, Duchess?
Athletics.
Ooh. Okay. All right. You pounded enough to now free, and you've got the piece of leathery material is clearly a cloak, and you've got this shield made of one white scale with this giant rune on it.
And Duchess has his hammer back.
Okay.
Alright.
Nina, can you roll? Can you call up for me on the chat? Or you can do it just by casting it using your D&D Beyond. Leomund's tiny hut. I want us to all see. Okay. And can you roll an Arcana check for me at the same time?
19.
All right. Okay, so Nina, what do you want to do?
I want to see where the dragon's going. Is he coming towards us?
Yeah, it looks like it's seen you and it's got its attention on you, but it's very slow and looks like its vision is impaired, but for some reason it spots you anyway.
Nina's gonna yell out, "Halt! Who are you? This was my home. What are you doing here?"
Okay. Okay, the dragon sort of tilts its head towards you, but sort of tilts its head off to one side a little bit at an odd angle, and it seems to call back to its rider and says, "Meltharond, we have intruders."
now.
They
Tharman.
are. I don't.
Intruders!
I
You're
don't-
the intruder!
I don't appreciate looters of my lair. And Melthorond, meteor swarm this impudent fool.
Is this... So is the dragon talking to the rider, and the
Yeah.
rider's talking back to the dragon?
You know, you haven't heard the rider talk yet. You just hear the dragon talking to the rider, and he just called for his rider to meteor swarm you. But it's he's just doing a quick response. But you've called out your challenge. Any particular action beyond the short verbal
No,
exchange?
that's it.
Okay.
Ash would refer to Nina and, assuming I can, and say, I think the rider's dead and the dragon can't tell.
How are you gonna break it to her? You better be the one to break it to her then.
I will just shout, Oh great and mighty dragon, please wait. We are only here to claim one of the dead. That is our sole purpose here. We didn't know this was your lair, and we certainly have no interest in your treasure, I say.
Ash!
It's true or not? I don't know what the boys are doing.
Keep it that way!
We are not interested in your treasure! Crunch, crash. We only want crash, bang.
Moltel's now pounding away as fast as he can with to free this thing.
Well done.
Okay, but so that's Nina's turn. Sharpie.
Stealthy, double move, up and out.
Okay, can you roll a
I
stealth?
can't actually move myself.
Can you
sorry.
roll a stealth roll, please?
– 21.
Okay. Just check the 21. You say? Okay, so
And I can increase that if I fail.
yeah, okay. Well, you don't fail. You don't fail a stealth roll. There's no such thing as failing a stealth roll. You just roll your stealth. They have to pass their perception roll.
But if they don't pass the perception, if they fail to pass their perception roll, then I fail the stealth roll.
Okay, for the purpose of this.
Otherwise, what you're saying is I can't use that ability at all, which is
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for opposed checks or for things against passive perception, you wouldn't know. Let's assume you fail and you can do. And we can work out the logistics of that for another time. So what does that do?
Cool.
Add
Yep.
date?
so 29.
29. Okay, so you get up to the top. You see a dragon. I'm going to move Nina and Ash and your thing. So it's a bit more there. Now you're all on the same level, so you can all see what's going on. I'll just turn that volume down a little bit. It's a bit taking over the conversation. And how far are you going to do that? Let's see. 1, 2, and then up the stairs. 3, 4. We get you there. 5, 6. So there's 30 feet to get to there, over near the edge. Remember, there's probably another 5 foot away. There's a rope going down to the bottom.
It's actually just going to move up to there for this action and stay there.
Okay. All right. You don't. You believe that the dragon has not spotted you.
Cool.
Threads.
So Threads is aware a dragon is on the way, but has not seen it or anything, right?
I'm putting it in on your floor because it's blocking out part of the hole. It's actually a floor above you.
Okay, so I can definitely see it.
You
So
can
I can see
definitely
it through the hole.
You cannot see the sky anymore.
Wait, who turned out the lights?
I run over to this door.
Yep.
I kick it open.
Okay.
And I shout, "Your master is here! Come out!" to the kobolds.
Okay. Alright, you kick it open.
Do something!
Ooh, okay, you kick it open, and 4 little kobolds leap up. Let's have a look. And hurl javelins at you.
Okay.
One of them rolls a natural 1. What's your armor class?
16.
Okay, get out, boys! And they all throw their javelins, and one of them hits.
Did they get it? Was that the held action, I guess, then?
It was like a readied
Okay,
action.
one
yeah,
of them
that-
hits.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, so one hits for...
Let's have a look. Oh, jeez. D6 -2 because their strength's so bad. Okay, 1 damage.
How much?
1.
1?
They get -2 to their damage roll.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Did
Oh,
you say 1?
Yeah, 1 damage. 1 in total.
Oh, okay.
So a hail of javelins, largely ineffectual.
So I just like... And like, break off the javelin that's stuck in me and say, "Alright, you little shit." And... I'm like, you guys like dragons, so here's a dragon, and I guess I shoot them. I shoot 2 of them.
Armor threads is mean.
Okay, roll to hit.
Some of threads is me. 17.
Dead. You kill 1.
For 15 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I have the next arrow at the next one.
Okay.
14?
Dead. Alright, so you return fire.
She one-shot them. Oh my god.
Thinning out their ranks.
And I move out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Can I send Dawn in to attack them?
Oh, yeah.
As my bonus action?
Yeah, sure.
I think she can't go through the wall, but it's okay.
Okay. Alright, no worries. Just roll to hit, though.
12?
12 is a... Oh, yeah. Yeah, and 12 is a miss.
Okay, well, I get it to fly back out again around here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Very angry threads. And the dragon goes. Now let's have a look. It walks over, straddling the hole. Aims its... Let's see. Aims its head. Everyone, 1, 2, 3. Sharpie, Nina, and Ash Louise. You need to save versus Dragon Fear.
Wisdom?
Yes, Wisdom.
Oof, not good. 14.
14. Actually, Sharpie, you're okay.
Can it come through the dome?
You don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean the fear? The fear. You feel
The fear.
You feel the sense of dread from this dragon, regardless of your dome. So you definitely know that dragon fear can penetrate a tiny hut. DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. So Ash, you are afraid of the dragon, and so are you, Nina.
Question, DM.
Yep.
Just on that dragon fear.
Yep.
Would that go down to the hull as well?
You don't feel it. You don't sense the dragon, the fear from the dragon. Oh, at this stage at least.
At this stage.
Yep.
No. Okay.
Yep. You're quaking a little, but not in the sense of when a dragon directs its will at you. It's like in The Hobbit when the dragon finally looked at Frodo and Bilbo or whatever. So frightened, disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and you can't willingly move closer. Let's see. Okay, the other thing is it starts to breathe in, and then it exhales in this cone directly through the Learman's hut, and the cold penetrates the Learman's tiny hut as well. Nina, you're caught straight in it, and I'm suspecting that Ash is not. Let me just check.
Cone weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see me doing this here. Ash, I'm going to give you a 50-50. Can you roll? Because it's sort of halfway cutting through that square. It's up to you.
Yep.
You can roll it. If it's if it's below, if it's 50 or below, then you are safe. Do you want to roll a percentile dice? Okay, then you're not safe. Can you roll a DC 22 Constitution saving throw?
Oh,
You would need a nat 20 to get that, so it doesn't matter.
Nice.
roll it, Ash. I got a nat 20. Go roll.
Yeah, you got your 25.
Very well.
Okay.
I've got my 10 HP.
Okay, you take 65 damage, or 32
Okay.
if you saved.
So I took 32.
Yes.
How does it penetrate the dome? I don't understand.
If you can go back and have a look, but it happened as well with the Banshee fear and a few other things. Physical things can't pass through.
Magical.
Creatures.
Magical?
Yeah, it's not a spell, and it's not a spell-like effect either.
I mean, yes, that is technically true, but a cone of cold wouldn't do it, and the dragon's ice breath is essentially a cone of cold, like
It's not a cone
in
of
all other respects.
Yep.
But it kind of is, though.
When you get Wall of Force or one of those other non-third level spells, then they'll protect against a whole lot more. But Learman's Tiny Hut is magic, spell effects or magic, and that's neither of those things. So if someone casts, I'll use another example, if someone casts Petrification, then it wouldn't work. But if a Medusa looked through, you would turn to stone definitely.
Wouldn't the Learman's hut keep my inside of the hut always comfortable?
It's only weather. Yeah, that's why I was careful to look at it. It's regardless of the weather outside, it's comfortable. But that doesn't make you immune to fire or immune to cold or immune to...
Yeah. So, yeah, DM is definitely correct on that one. So
that's correct or
nasty.
Not. Correct or not, that's the way I'm adjudicating it. But there are other more powerful spells that will protect you against a bigger range of things.
Ash, are you dead?
She's not dead.
No,
dead.
I'm just down.
No, she's just
Okay.
fallen unconscious, and you can see there's still breath in her. Sharpie, this thing's almost taking up your space. It actually is. You're like right next to its foot, but crouched down, occupying a tiny little halfling-sized spot. The creature moves as close as it can and leans on the Learman's hut, but nothing happens. It can't penetrate the dome.
Is the turn order gone, or is it just my window?
Oh, no, I think I just might have hidden it from me, but
Okay.
oh, yeah. Can you see it
yeah.
now?
Yes.
Okay. So Maltel.
I'm going to try and reach up to that next level as stealthily as I can, and try and get to this one of these rooms back here, if I can, so I could try and escape through a window. I might have to break it, but
Okay. So you can do a jump. Do an athletics check to haul yourself up over the ledge.
yeah, no, I won't.
Okay. So you tumble back down. You might have grabbed it, and then a plank comes away. So that
Just laden down with too much treasure.
you got too much gold, Maltel. You fall prone and take 6 damage.
Ouch. That didn't work, so I'm going to use half my movement
Yep.
to get up and try and make my way over to this door.
Okay. All right. Let's have a look. As you do, as you move away, this tail comes curling through the hole above you and slashes and whacks out at you, hitting armor class 31.
Oh, guys.
What?
Doing
31?
Doing 23 damage.
Oh, ouch.
Is there even a window on your level?
I'm going to make one.
Okay.
Duchess, there are cracks in the hull. It's not. It's a sailing ship, so it's solid, but it's not. It's being sort of crushed by an ancient dragon. So that was its reaction as you left. Maltel. Okay, and at the end of your turn, Maltel, as you move out of its tail range, the dragon also starts sniffing the air, Sharpie. And it feels as if it's maybe sensing that there's others about, and it's trying to sniff you out, but it hasn't turned its attention to you. Duchess, is that the limit of your movement, Maltel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna move over. I'm assuming that Motel got all of the treasure already, right?
Yes. Yeah. There's.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna move.
It's pretty much all in Moltel's backpack at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move 5 feet here, and if I want to attack this part of the ship, do I need to roll?
Yeah, you roll to hit, but if you do, then it's critical.
Alright. Would I have advantage on a structure?
Yes. Yep.
Hitting a structure?
Yep.
Right, so before I do that, I'm going to cast divine favor on myself for a bonus action, just to get more oomph to my swings. And yeah, I'm gonna take my first swing.
Okay, roll to hit.
15.
Okay, you hit it. The armor class of structures is everyone can hit anything with a hammer. It's whether it's a decent blow, just like a carpenter hitting a nail the right way to knock it in. And you've got to do a solid hit and can roll your double damage.
Okay, and I'm gonna add the divine smite.
Oh, okay.
So everything I roll here is ×2.
Yes.
Not so much. 21 ×2, so 42.
Oh, no, you roll damage dice twice rather than doubling what you roll.
Oh, okay. Just click on it again.
Yeah, just have to make sure you don't add your pluses twice. So your strength.
Alright, so that's it's just gonna. Alright. So it's 10 plus 11 plus. Plus 15.
Okay, so how much in total?
36 plus 4. 42, yeah, 42.
Oh, okay. Well, you blast a hole in the side of the ship big enough to crawl through.
Alright, I'll shout to Threads and Motel, come this way. I'll go out. Where?
Okay, so Threads and Motel, you see that and see.
I'll use as much movement as I can to at least go here, this part.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
With my back, just still keeping with my back on the wall of the ship.
Back to the hull. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Every now and then you see a wingtip cover out because its wings are wider than the ship when they're unfurled.
And can I whistle for Ice to meet me here?
Yes. Yep. Okay. He'll do that next round. Nina.
Alright.
DM, before I do this, I want to ask a question.
Yep.
So my plan for Nina is she wants to drag Ash across the ship.
Yes.
And drop her dead body over the ship so it's off and onto the ice, and she wants to cast Healing Word on her as a bonus action.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I want to know if the drop damage is going to kill Ash outright.
Well, you mean in terms of rules interpretation? Any damage does 2 death saving throws.
2 deaths. So even if I drop her off, that means she hasn't done a death save just yet, right? So she'll just be on 2 deaths, and I'll cast a Healing Word, and she'll be conscious again.
Yeah, that's unless there's anything that you've missed or something like that. But I'm not saying Ash won't die, but you're confident that you could probably drop her off and the drop wouldn't kill her.
Okay, she's going to drag Ash, and she's going to slowly, with a lot, she doesn't have a lot of strength, but she's going to drag Ash's body, leap her, pop her body over the edge and let the body roll off. And then with that, she's going to cast Healing Word on Ash at 3rd level.
Okay.
For 9 points of heals. She'll have to drop the dome to do that. So she'll drop the dome, drag Ash off.
Yep.
And then she'll come up here. Oh, I'm not sure if I have movement. Anyway, I'll be here. And she'll yell out, because we know the dragon's name. We've been told. So she'll yell out the dragon's name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And she'll yell out.
Hang on, I'll post it. It's Aveatress.
Aveatress, your rider, Malthalon's dead. Just like my mother next to me. What more do you want? And she's trying to get Aveatress's attention.
Okay.
And she's going to yell out to everyone, run away.
Okay. Sharpie.
Alright, so Sharpie doesn't know where everyone else is, so he is just going to stealthily go to the rope and climb over it. And just psychically to both people, I'm bugging out, don't think we can handle this.
Yeah, are you
I can
repelling?
create a
Are you
plug
repelling
me
down
to any
the,
distraction.
Are you repelling down to the bottom?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm
Yep.
going to put you there at ground level in the same version of the hull as Duchess. No, so yeah, as Duchess. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scroll out a little bit. Duchess, you're at ground level, so I'm moving you to the ground level map. Ash to the ground level map, which is the first, and Sharpie, you appear where we saw the rope. Okie doke.
And yeah, so try to do that as quietly as possible.
Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Nina. You call out Sharpie. You probably don't see him actually because he's stealthing, but he sort of slips over the edge, and as he does so, the dragon sort of sits back up and whips its tail around and whacks at you. Hitting armor class 33.
Yep.
Wow.
For 23 bludgeoning damage.
Nina is down.
Sharpie, you lose telepathic contact with Nina.
Ooh, telekinetic contact. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that would be a bit strange. And that was Sharpie, your turn. Threads. You're below. You can see the hole.
If I go up these steps, where do I end up? Like right underneath it?
Yeah, definitely. The dragon is over the entrance to the steps. You're at the base of the steps. You would go up and appear right underneath the dragon.
Is there any way that I can get like in front of it so I'm not like literally underneath it?
Isn't there a hole that Jacques made?
Yeah.
The hole's
I'm not trying to escape though.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Nina's yell out to everyone to run and make a run for it.
Can you
You're
roll,
dead.
Yeah.
Can you roll an intuition check for me, Threads?
Intuition. What should I roll for that?
Isn't intuition a specific? Am I just making shit up now?
No.
Insight.
Insight.
Yeah.
Inside.
I'm just
Okay.
making up rules, you know.
22.
Okay. It is in your opinion that the dragon knows that you're there.
Okay. Can I see the rider from here?
No, it's sort of underbelly.
Will I have heard Ash talking about the rider?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've heard what Nina called out.
You heard Nina. The rider on your back is dead. Da 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 da. And so on.
Okay, so I call out from where I am under here. I call out, "Great Avadris, I'm sure one as great as you would be aware that the rider on your back is dead, and surely you would wish for a better rider, one that can live many centuries with you."
Oh my god, Threads, are you doing?
I'm an elf. I can live many centuries with you.
Better run.
Okay.
And I kind of, I don't know, kneel down, kind of like a pose of like, you know, I bow down to you, Great Dragon.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. And any movement?
No.
Okay. Ash Louise.
Ash will dash away 30. Well, she'll she'll sprout wings, and then as a bonus action, and then move 30 feet, and then call out to Beatrice and say, I have the means to let you talk to your rider again, even though he is dead. You know that I'm telling the truth. And then I'll fly away another 30 feet.
Okay, so you're 60 foot back from the ship now. Probably 65, 70 feet back from the ship. Okay. And then let's see, what's its range on its tail? Okay, the tail whips around and whacks at you, Threads.
Great.
Hitting armor class 22
Yes.
for 14 damage. It cracks it like a whip. Melthorond, if it please you, I will devour this Fae. Insolent all. Ash, can you roll a insight as well, please?
Sure thing.
Big rolls.
Okay.
2.
Ash, you think that from the distance that you are away from it, the dragon is not aware of your location.
Is the psychic link still up?
It is, yeah. With Sharpie?
I'll relay that.
Okay.
There's a limit to her sight. 60 feet seems to do
Well, get yourself out of there.
I need to help Nina.
Okay. Okay, the creature moves over to taking one step closer to Nina and bites down on her.
No!
It's got Nina in her jaws as it sort of stands up, and as it does so, it then reaches up with a claw and pulls her out with a claw. So that's doing 14 and 12 and 7, 20, 30 or so damage. I think that's probably, you can tell now if anyone's seeing this that Nina's well and truly deceased. The wounds are too big to have survived. The dragon roars to the skies and casts its eyes all around. That's enough threads for you and Moltel to have to do wisdom saving throws versus fear. Okay, Moltel, you save versus the dragon fear and can act normally. Threads, you're stricken by dragon fear and and can't move closer to it, which meaning can't move up those stairs. Moltel, what do you want to do? Oh, hang on, it had a claw. It grabs that goat and eats it. Moltel, back to you, sorry.
Alright, I'm going to make a beeline for that door, but try and keep to the shadows as much as possible, like to that exit that Duchess made.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Dash
9, 10,
So-
11, 12. So you're now out and next to Duchess. You can see Ash stand out to the 60 foot away at the limits of the snowstorm. Duchess is right next to you. And let's see. That's your turn. That's a dash. Duchess, ice comes hurtling around the sides.
Sorry, DM. I
Yep.
do have a bonus action. I'm
Sure.
second winding myself so I can heal up a bit after
No
that
worries.
big hit.
That was just a tail slap, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you do the second wind. Threads. The dragon at the end of Moltel's turn does a tail slap on you. Hitting armor class 20,
Yes.
doing 19 damage.
Okay.
Duchess, we haven't done your action
Um,
yet. I was just throwing to you.
Alright. 5 feet here and then 15 to mount ice.
Okay, yep.
And
So-
then for my action, I will lay on hands myself for 12.
Okay.
And how much movement would ice will have if?
How much what?
Oh
Sorry?
yeah, no. That's basically my turn.
Yeah, okay. Sharpie, you see ice go blatting off around the front.
Yep, that's fine. Did I see the thing with Nina?
No, you haven't seen. You clearly know that she's at least unconscious because of the stopping the mind connection.
Right, no worries. But as far as I know, Ash was near there, so
Yeah, yep.
Sharpie is basically bolting.
Okay.
Head for the owl.
Head for the owl. Yep. Okay. That's about 60 foot away off to the owl.
Yep.
So that's a
alright.
that's a dash for you. Actually, you could mount up in any case, and
Yeah, I'll do that.
yeah. Okay. No worries. There we go. All right. That's Sharpie. Threads. In the hot seat.
Great. When do I get to try to break out of my fear?
At the end of your turn. So this turn, you can't move closer to the dragon. You can go side on. You can go in a circle around it,
Great.
as long as you stay further or you don't move any closer. What you gonna do?
I back into the room with the kobolds,
Okay.
and I shoot them each once.
Okay, roll to hit. Sharpie, you're
23.
you're in psychic contact with threads as well. Yep. Okay, 23 is a hit and dead.
And once more. 19.
Yep, dead.
Oh, nice.
Bonus action, I get Dawn to attack the underbelly of the dragon.
Okay.
Fly the hell away.
Roll to hit.
Look how tiny Dawn is compared to the dragon.
For armor class 10.
We'll call that a miss.
And I get it to fly back into this room with me.
Get out of there, Threads.
All right. Oh no, let's see. The dragon. The dragon has an action. Okay.
Just one thing, DM. Just Threads forgot to do her saving throw.
Oh yeah, at the end
Wisdom saving throw against.
Yeah, you can shake off the dragon fear. One thing is, once you move out of sight, you move through this doorway, and you find that while you're still afraid of the dragon, you can now move closer or further away. It doesn't really matter. The prevention of moving closer to the dragon is while it's in your sight. But yeah, wisdom saving throw, Threads.
Okay. 8.
No. You wisely fear a dragon. Louise.
Right.
Well, the dragon has heard my offer to allow her to speak with the dead rider, so I'll just telepathically communicate with Sharpie and the rest. Try to lure her away. I'll try and rescue Nina's body.
Yep.
And then I will fly. I will also use my movement to get 30 feet further.
Yep.
And then I'll cast as a bonus action Aura of Vitality.
Okay. Right.
I heal myself for 2 HP.
Okay, the dragon doesn't have any enemies within sight at this stage. So the first thing it does with Nina's... So it's got Nina's body in its claw at the moment, grappled, and it swallows her.
Oh my god.
No! Oh my god.
And it looks to sniff the air and look around. Doesn't appear to see or sense any creatures. I think Moltel and Duchess, you are very close to the edge of the ship, and it's not actually in your line of sight, or you're not in its line of sight, to its head at least. And so it sort of goes to this hole and stalks through the hole into the hold beneath the ship, and at the end of the turn you can no longer see it. Moltel. Threads, you can hear. You can clearly hear growling and rumbling of an angry dragon now stalking through its lair. Moltel.
I tie a rope around myself and hand it to Duchess. I go, how fast can Ice run?
Put your skis on.
Hey.
It's called ice skiing.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. You can go and bogan it up like the rest of us. On a weekend on a boogie board, hold along behind somebody's boat. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's Moltel. You've now attached yourself, or assuming Duchess, you allow Moltel to do that. You're not resisting or anything.
Yeah. Sure.
Duchess.
Sharpie's still mentally linked to all of us, right?
Well, you're mentally linked to Sharpie. You don't know who's he's linked to because it's not a teleconference. He's more like the hub.
And can I like ask Sharpie to find out where Threads is?
Yes.
Threads is in the ship. Ashes is
which
nearby.
part of the ship? Which part of the ship? Or would can I
the
make
back of the ship.
Alright, so once Sharpie tells
Nina is
that,
out cold.
Once Sharpie mentions that Thread is at the back of the ship, Donald move here. here, and I'll make an attack on the hull.
Okay. All right. You can roll your attack roll, both of them.
Ooh, and then I'm gonna divine smite it again.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You hit.
So it's critical.
You hit, and it's critical. So you roll double damage.
Right. So this one is for my weapon attack, for my smite, and for divine favor.
What are you attacking?
The hull.
A wall.
So it's 13 plus 10 plus 8, 34 damage.
Okay, 34 is enough to punch a hole, a threads-sized hole in the hull.
And now, like, threads, hop on. And then let's leave.
Okay, so you'll be waiting on threads to do that, but you're ready to go on your next turn. Sharpie.
Yeah.
Sharpie is basically going to take off as quietly as he can and basically set himself up so I can do a flyby next round. So
Okay.
Fly up.
Okay. Threads.
Well, seeing that my escape route has been secured by the lovely Duchess, I open the door to a Beatrice. I don't escape yet,
Okay.
but I open the door and I say, "Great dragon, for the body of my friend, I offer you magic items. Please, can you spit her up?
Okay.
Can I hold my action
When you open the door, the dragon.
if she attacks me?"
The dragon.
Yep.
When you, I'll move you back to the right part of the hull. When you open the door, the dragon is over by where its hoard was, and it's looking down at all the broken ice.
Oh God.
Call back.
And
No.
and as soon as you open
I
the
didn't,
door,
it wasn't me.
as soon as you open the door, it spins around and sets its gaze on you and starts to inhale.
Oh God.
It lashes out at you with its tail, but it's let's see. I'm just going to see what its range is. I'll put an aura for its tail threat.
Not its turn.
Legendary actions, my friend. No, it can't reach you. The tail flashes in your direction and cracks 5 feet away from your face.
I can offer you magic items. I have my companions. I didn't do it, but they stole your stuff, but they can return it, and I can offer you other stuff too that you didn't have if you can spin up my friend. And I'm gonna hold my action that if it attacks me again, I'm gonna face step out of there.
Okay. All right. So you've got a readied action as your face step. Okay. Ash.
Yes.
You can only face step.
90 feet away.
You can only face step to a place you can see, so it would have to be through the hole to where you can see Duchess reaching through. Come with me if you want to live. Ash, so back to you.
Can she hear me from 90 feet away? That's not that far. I mean,
No, that's not far, but
You'd have to call out, but yeah.
I will yell out. Ooh, do I have thaumaturgy? I might. Yes, I will cast thaumaturgy on myself as a tiefling. My voice will be triple volume, so I will shout out to her and say, "Aveatrice, we can return your treasure and more besides. And I can use magic to let you speak with your rider. All we want is to remove the body of our companion you have swallowed and the body of her mother. That's all we came to this ship for."
Okay.
And then bonus action, myself some more.
All right. Thaumaturgy, is that increasing the volume? Is that the...
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the dragon goes, and it invokes dragon fear. Is anyone not already passed?
I'm still frightened.
You're still frightened, so it doesn't matter. But Ash, Louise, you may. I don't know if you passed versus a dragon fear, Ash, or had to save yet. I don't know if you were there.
Oh yeah. No, but I've always been flying away from him.
Yes. So can you roll a dragon fear roll?
No, she's already rolled for it when I rolled for it, and Ash had to roll for it too.
That's what I wanted to know. Because if you've passed it, you're okay. You don't have to save again.
What did I get? I can't remember.
That's okay. It's okay. If you got it, then you saved, because otherwise you would have been affected by fear already. But that's fine. Yeah. So it invokes its dragon fear. It's got its sights focused on this door. Let's see. Okay. It stalks back up on board. Can everyone see it, by the way? I don't know if the...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it stalks back up on board to where you were the other body was, and it eats that. Mother.
What the?
And looks off in the direction of Ash, Louise, but Ash not directly at you, it can't tell. But it's got a malice in its it's like it's doing that in response to what you're asking. And that's its turn. Maltel.
I mean, I'm tied to ice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so you're travelling. Oh no, you're not.
I'm
Duchess
travelling
is
with.
right there.
We're stuck. So at the moment, my battle axe comes to hand.
Yep.
And shield is already still up. So battle axe and shield and holding action in case something comes by.
Duchess, you're standing at this hole, looking through, aghast at threads. What do you want to do?
Can I hold an action to dash once threads next to me?
Okay.
Or mounts.
Okay.
Ace?
Yep. Sharpie?
Sharpie's just going to do a flyby over. It's basically can't see where bodies and stuff are, so he's just going to fly by over the ship.
At what distance?
As quietly as possible. So I used 60 foot for this last turn, so can I fly 60 foot straight up?
Yeah, yep.
So basically about 120 foot up.
Yeah, okay. All right. So you
silent glide.
Yeah, so you sail up, you see the dragon on the deck. You don't see Nina. You don't, and you do see Ash off to the side. And the dragon is looking around in all directions, clearly trying to figure out if there's any more things to eat. And it keeps looking off in the direction of Ash, but not directly at her. Can you just roll a stealth roll for your owl?
1 second.
Okay. It does look up in your direction, but again...
Fly away as fast as possible.
Yeah, but it does look up in your direction, and clearly it either heard or smelt or something, flap of a wing or whatever, but it didn't look directly at you like it did below the ship. Okay, so that's your move. You've done a dash and a bonus move. Threads.
Did I do my wisdom save at the end of my last term?
No, I don't think so. I haven't seen it.
Can I do it
go for
now?
it. Yeah. Okay. So
16?
You are not affected by dragon fear, and you can have your turn as normal.
Okay, so I just want to get close enough to the hole that I can just at least see a little bit of the dragon.
Okay.
Whereabouts would that be?
Yep. Once you get to just at the base of the top of the stairway, you will see it. In fact, at the bottom of the stairway, you can see a portion of it.
Okay, I do that. I move up and I shout at the dragon. That's just rude. And I shoot it, and then I'm going to try to escape.
Okay. So roll your 2 shots.
Not 20.
Oh, natural 20. Okay, you hit a ancient white dragon, a Beatrice.
The timing is terrible. It's not going to let me roll my rolls. The damage is not letting me roll the damage.
So you've got your D8
I
plus,
guess
plus
that's
4.
great.
If you click on Reaper, that will roll the damage for Reaper.
Yeah, it's not letting me do it.
Oh, okay. So,
So that's the D8 plus the D6. Necrotic damage is 6.
Yep.
Um,
And you can roll a D6 again and a D8 again.
So that's the D8, so that's another 8.
Yeah,
And
so
another
it's
D6.
22 so far, 24 damage.
2.
Okay, you'll see its health bar go down.
Okay. I can't see a health bar.
Oh, can't you? Okay, let's have a look.
It didn't do anything.
A chip damage. Second attack.
18.
18 is a miss. The arrow goes glancing off the scales.
Okay. So I think I spent
Bonus action.
15 to get there.
Yep.
Yeah. So I spent 15 foot of my movement to get there. 15. I have 35. And am I right next to Duchess now?
Not yet.
Not yet. You get to here. 1, 2. Duchess, you're looking through the hole, and Threads is coming through the door, and as she does, a tail comes sailing through and cracks her on the back of the head with a natural 20.
Oh! I pushed my luck.
What happened to Misty stepping away?
Yeah, I was gonna do that when I got into the room.
Can you still do that? It's a bonus action, right?
Yeah. Not
Yeah, but it's not a reaction.
You just took 32 damage in the back of the head.
Oh, but you haven't used your bonus action yet.
So, Duchess, you're there and you see Nina fall. She's 10 feet away from you, but she falls flat on her face, unconscious.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
The tail has a longer range than that, but it can't reach down around the doorway. So it's when you go through the doorway and leave the visibility. That's Threads. Ash, Louise.
Bonus action to heal myself.
Okay.
And I will circle around to... gosh, I don't know. I'll just shout at her with my still loud voice and say, "Don't you want to have one last conversation with your rider?" And then fly away.
Can
Another
you
30 feet.
Can you roll a persuasion for me? The dragon's attention is clearly down the staircase. It's got its head poking through.
Get advantage or anything?
No. All right, let's have a look. Okay, now you were how far off, Ash Louise?
120 feet now.
Okay, so if you're 120 feet away, the dragon alights, takes off and flies towards the sound of the voice, and at the end of that the dragon is sort of within your range and circling around you. I'm just going to move you two off to a little solo spot. It had to do a dash to do that. Maltel.
I'm going to go into that room, pick up threads, and stay tied, and basically hold on to threads while Duchess basically dashes away on ice.
Okay. Duchess?
Yeah, we're just gonna dash away.
Okay. You dash
120
away
feet.
towards the shore. So south, away from
Okay.
here. Okay, so Sharpie, you would see this ice sailing off, loping off towards the shore, hauling Maltel behind him. He's just got a rope tied around his chest, and he's gripping an unconscious Threads in his arms as they both just skid across the ice, bumping and thumping over these icebergs as they go along.
Alright. So the only person unaccounted for is Ash. Can I see her out there?
You can it's at the limit of your visibility, but you saw the dragon take off and fly in a beeline, and now it seems to be sort of flapping, not hovering, but there's a minimum speed that dragons can fly at. They don't have the hover ability, but you've still got a mind link with Ash Louise, so it's fair to say you know that she's there.
And could I
Ash.
have lay on hands on threads?
Yes.
Or I'll lay on hands threads for
Oh, actually,
1 HP.
no, you won't be able to get to Threads while Ice is doing a dash.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah, he's they're
All
probably
right, yeah, gotcha.
10 feet behind you. But yeah, sorry, Sharpie, what were you going to do?
Basically, Ash, booming voice in your mind. Are you okay? Where are you?
I'll just say, I think I have the dragon's attention, but you should just use this escape.
I should just use the what? Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Sharpie heads to the dog sleds and tells everyone that's where he's going.
Okay, Threads, you'll need to do a death saving throw. I cannot see one. But whatever it is, I'm going to move on so that we can kick on. Ash Louise. Oh, hang on a sec. Ash. Oh yeah, that's fine.
All good?
Yep. You're still, so this dragon's flying around, it's in your vicinity, and it looks like it's trying to do perception. You know, it keeps sniffing the air, but remember you're in a snowstorm, and it's quite difficult, and with a 10 it doesn't detect, doesn't seem to have detected your exact location. But yeah, it can do perception rolls as a legendary action. So, but it's your turn to act. What do you want to do?
I will dismiss the thaumaturgy so my voice is not loud because she's nearby anyway. There's no point. I will keep flying away, like luring her away from the rest. And then I will say to her, I'm sorry that you lost your rider. It must be very lonely to be on this ship by yourself with nothing but ice and coin. I came to the north to help the people here. I have no interest in treasure. I came here to help a friend get the corpse of her mother so we could perform a funeral rite. You currently have swallowed both of those bodies. I wish to bargain with you. We can give you the treasure that was taken, assuming that my friends did take anything. I wasn't there. And I can give you the gold and jewels that I have and the rations that I have. And I am happy to use my magic to facilitate a conversation between you and your rider the best that I am able. If I could bring him back, I would, but I can't. That's the best I can do. And I've lost one friend to this land already. But you should know that I am happy to sacrifice myself here. I've died once already up in this cold north, and I'm not afraid of death anymore.
Could you roll persuasion for me?
Vantage?
No, just straight roll.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God damn it.
Don't worry, 20 more rounds of this will be good.
Every time you fail one of these, the difficulty gets harder. So eventually, it's sort of like trying to solve a Rubik's cube. It's not like you can just keep doing it until you succeed. A certain number of fails in a row, and it's pointless until you get some sort of other reason to believe that there's higher ability. So this creature sort of loops around in a circle and does its next perception roll. Okay, let's see.
Did I need to make a death saving throw, by the way?
Yeah, you did. I don't think it's going to matter, seeing as you probably won't get to 3. You can't possibly get to 3 with all your pals. But yeah, make
Fair
one
enough.
just so we know. Just in case those 2 kobolds come out of the snow and kill you with their javelins. Okay. I don't know if that's a pass or not. 1 to 10's a fail, I think.
If it's plus my constitution, then it's plus 2, so it's a 12.
10 is a pass, 10 or above is a pass.
Yeah, 10 plus, that's right. One, yeah. Okay. So you got one save. You're turning away from the light and coming back to the waste. But back to Ash. This creature does a circle around, probably taking about 40 or 50 feet to do so, and then passes its head to and fro as it does so, and then breathes a huge blast of cold, doing 68 damage, similar to the other one, but misses you.
Okay.
It didn't perceive your location.
Oh. Well, thank. So Luna is looking after me.
Yeah. What's happened is it's circling around you, but it's actually about 30 feet above. It's a little bit too high. So, Moltel.
I'd like to rummage through Threads' backpack to get her healer's kit out and stabilize Threads at least.
Okay. You're dashing at the moment, so I'll give you a dexterity check to do that. It's sort of as you're being hauled along the ice, you're trying to get into her backpack and hang on to her and not let go as well.
14?
Okay. So you managed to get your hand into the backpack and you've got your hand on the healer's kit, but you're not too sure how you're going to bandage her while you're hanging onto her and being hauled across the ice. So it sort of depends a bit on what Duchess is going to do.
I would yell out to Duchess to just slow down a little bit, just slow down a little bit so I can at least stabilize Threads.
Duchess, between the two of you, you could sort of call to a halt and heal Threads if that's your intention.
I'll go closer to lay on hands as well.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you come to a full stop, allowing Moltel, you can do your healer's kit, and Duchess, you can do your lay on hands.
And then as soon as that's done, just dash away again.
Okay. Just at the limits of your vision, you can see this owl circling above you. Size of a horse. Chappy, any specific actions?
Just keeping track of where Ash is and what she's doing and making sure she's still alive.
At this stage, you know Ash is alive because of the telepathy, but you've lost sight of both the dragon and Ash.
Yep. So just monitoring that and heading back to the splits.
Okay. Threads, sorry. Oh, and Threads, you're conscious.
Yeah, I'm up. So we're too far away from the dragon now. Well, how far away are we?
You're not sure. You can't even see it. You can see the dim outline of the ship, a couple of 100 feet away.
Oh, I can't see the dragon.
No. You can hear its roars of frustration, though.
Okay, I just sort of angrily grumble about wanting to save Nina, but at least I'm alive. Grumble, grumble. That's all I guess I can do.
So, in the hot seat, Ash, I think we're... Your action is of paramount.
Dash away.
Okay, so it's probably about 3 or 4 rounds you've been flying now. So you dash.
It lasts a minute.
Okay, so you go 60 foot. And
yes.
I'm just going to roll a perception for the dragon. Okay, so it starts to it doesn't detect you, but maybe it hears you move off or something, and it starts to sort of try to circle around, but it's going in a sort of snaky pattern. It's heading in your direction though. But you're going in a beeline towards the others, or what sort of direction?
No, I'm flying away.
Oh, okay, all right.
Away from the ship.
Okay, in that case, we'll do another one. Okay, so the next round, I'm just going to sort of fast travel here, fast track, because it's really about Ash outrunning a dragon when it can't see her. It has completely lost track of where you are, and the following round you manage to slip away, and it sort of flies off, still looking for you, but in the wrong direction. And eventually you can circle around and catch up with the others.
Yeah, I can circle around, and then I have one more use of it, so I have another minute of flight if I have to.
Okay,
as well.
all right. So it's probably going to take that other minute of flight to navigate, at full speed across the ice to get back to the dogs. By the time you're there, the others are anxiously awaiting, and they're all there. And we'll just go to Duchess, Threads, and Moltel. You appear back at the dogs. Haul your way up the. You need to dismount off ice once you get to the steep incline, as Ice needs to sort of pick his way across from boulder to boulder. And Cletus.
That's all good. I would have untied the rope anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Allowing Ice to go through.
Lope up. Yep.
The rocks. But I'm like, I think we're far enough away from a dragon.
Yep.
I think it's safe.
Cletus looks around and says, "Where's Nina? Where's my girl?
Oh, no.
Where's Sharpie?
He's dead.
Where's Ash?"
We don't know yet.
Oh my God! What happened anyway? I assume are you going to impart what happened?
Yeah, well, from Jackus's point of view, the dragon attacked us and almost killed us all, and we just barely managed to escape.
Okay. Okay, so eventually, I guess, Sharpie, you would come back as well. Cletus just didn't spot you coming out from above, and Ash, you would make it back.
Oh, yeah, yep.
For the purposes of this, Anita, you're closest to Cletus. If you want to roleplay him for the time being, then that'll give you something to do.
Okay. I'm Cletus. Hold on. Poor Nina.
Why, Cletus, what a high-pitched voice we have today.
Poor Nina. I hope she found Mother and found her of peace.
At least they're together.
And on the ship too.
Yes, Nina wanted to stay on the ship. She wanted to go home.
Do you know why? Did she talk to you?
Yeah, I found Nina 2 years ago. I've actually known her for a very long time.
What?
I was one of the fishermen that rescued her as she was fleeing from the ship, but when we first met, we didn't recognize each other. It was only afterwards that we were able to put the pieces together. She was telling me how when she was escaping from the ship to find help for her mother, she had a crew with her, but because of the cold and the lack of food, she had to resort to cannibalism, and she ate all her crew in order to survive. So when I found her, she was already frostbitten. She has lost some of her fingers and toes. And I left her in Bremen, and that's the last I saw of her. But the story, she only told me only a few nights ago. She was trying to atone for her sins for eating her family. She's kind of trying to get back to Mother.
Mm-hmm.
She did say something like that to Mother before they said goodbye.
And you do recall that
I overheard it, but I didn't.
Nina was missing a few fingers.
May she find peace. And then Cletus is gonna do, I don't know, a religious sign.
Okay.
Well, looks like this is what she wanted after all.
She just wanted to meet Mother again. I didn't know what she was gonna do after, though. I had a feeling she wasn't gonna come back.
You can hear something in the distance.
Okay, time to be, let's get out of here.
Let's make ourselves even more scarce.
The dragon appears as if it's widening its circle in its search. It does a couple of flybys, only 100 foot or so away from you. And it's craning its neck.
Sharpie gets on Owl and starts flying.
Yeah.
Want to get going?
Ash will heal herself every turn for the minute because that's aura vitality. So
okay.
she'll probably
Don't want to heal me? I got 5 HP.
I will. So Ash is just she just flies back on her silver and gold wings, completely silent, and she lands, and then the wings just vanish as she runs out of time, and she's just speechless.
Okay.
You gonna heal me?
She just looks to Threads and does some first aid. What level? 14.
Ooh, thank you.
She just bandages Threads and does magic, not saying anything.
Okay.
Her hands tremble very slightly, but she's bandaging you.
I'm just going to briefly jump into the Cone of Silence.
Hey.
I keep saying Nina, but it's not Nina anymore, is it? But we won't change your Discord name otherwise it'll give things away. Yeah. So for Cletus, for want of a better excuse, when he sort of put his things away and started to and went into semi-retirement, his important gear, maybe an arcane focus that you would use to cast spells, or your normal one, and your spell book is hidden under a rock under ice near a black tower, which you can't miss. But it's not too far from here, maybe a few hours by dog sled.
Okay.
And we'll jump back in. You can decide what you want to do. You could always just do the ritual and summon your book in any case.
No. Yeah.
But
he needs to go get his arcane focus. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll jump back. Okay. We're all back together again.
So I brought out my wineskin, but that is tough.
All right. Where to from here, everyone?
That is a good question.
Remember, you've spent all the daylight hours chipping through ice. It was probably 3 hours in total, maybe a little bit more.
I think I think we should all take a rest first.
Yeah.
I mean, we will need one. But...
We've been through a lot today, and we lost a companion.
So where are we heading after that?
But how and where? Just to have that rest. You can still see you're pretty confident where you are right now, just on the shore, that this dragon will eventually pass through your area.
Nearest town?
I know the nearest. I know. a safe location near here.
Go for it, Cletus.
Lead the way.
He's gonna point north.
North?
He's gonna point north, and he'll say to everyone, I had a bargain with Nina. The reason I traveled with her was because she was coming here. I have my own quest up north. I need to collect something from there. But I know it's a safe spot too.
This place up north, is that prison up there?
Yes, DM?
No. In that
No?
in that direction, but it's not that far.
It's a tower up north. I have some things I need to collect there. But it's safe.
Didn't one of our packages need to be delivered up there anyway?
Oh yeah, we were to be delivering packages.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the last two were pretty rough.
Pretty hard.
But the last one, I'm pretty sure one of them, the potential delivery needed to be done. Well, the last information was at Revel's End.
Cletus, how long will it take us to get to this safe spot of yours?
Not long.
Couple of hours.
Fast enough to outrun this dragon?
Couple of hours by dog sled.
But it's the closest shelter you'll get around here.
Better than nothing.
Alright, let's go.
Thank you. I'm sure it'll be safe.
Should at least honor Nina's last.
So you guys.
I was her last delivery.
Okay. All right. So everyone saddles up onto those the dogs. Duchess, you're on ice. I survived it, and so did the owl. So you're riding your mounts. And Cletus, I guess, is just using the same dog sled that he shared with Nina. He now rides alone. And you skirt the... I'm just going to...
Are we passing by where Oliver was?
Oh, yeah. He's with you. He was only...
Okay,
he was very close, just nearby, fishing, and... He actually needs quite a bit of food, so any chance he gets to hunt or fish or whatever, he takes it. So you can see on your map, there's the Dark Duchess, there's Revel's End, which you know of. The location you're going to is only about here, near this big ice floe. Actually, probably even closer than that. Probably about here. Okay.
Okay.
So heading in that direction. Threads, do you want to do a survival? It's very easy to follow the shore. This is more about making good time and avoiding encounters.
26.
Holy moly. Okay, so you do make good time, and in fact you're so fast that you scooch across before sundown. And I say sundown, before it gets fully dark. And so before the full darkness sets in, you eventually see this enormous protrusion of black rock jutting out of the ice. It's smooth, and let's have a look. Yeah, 20 foot high, irregularly shaped. So it's not a. It's while it might have initially looked like a tower, it's sort of got a curve to it and it's thicker at the top than it is at the bottom. But it's a rock spur jutting out of the tundra ahead of you. Its smooth and shiny surface can't possibly have been worn down by wind. This protrusion looks utterly out of place, as if it's been thrust into the ground or thrust up out of the ground. Cletus, this is what I was referring to. The locality where you were looking for.
There it is.
Doesn't look natural. Is it safe?
Can you tell us more about this place?
What does Cletus know about this, DM?
You haven't been in here. It's more you were using it as a landmark, and there's some sort of landmark nearby, which is what you were looking for. A little pile of rocks like a can.
Cletus goes up to the pile of rocks and starts using his little frail old arms to start digging through the rock. And you see him pull out a few items. It's like a little backpack. I see him pull out a rod and then a book, and he puts it on his person. And then as soon as it seems like he's more put together now. And then on his hand, he's gonna cast some magic, and you see maybe some water form on his hand, and he'll let you guys know. He'll be like, "This is it.
Okay.
I've got it back.
What was it?
My magic spells, my magic book. I left it here when I retired, but I feel that after finding Nina, I had to come back out of retirement. Icewind isn't safe anymore. I had to fight for it again."
Will you be joining the Frosty Few?
Well,
Or are you going off on your own?
Well, if you have me, yeah. I've been traveling with you for the last 10 days. If you'll have me, I'll come. I'll join you. You can help me stop winter.
Okay. What's the party's answer?
You're more than welcome to travel with us.
Any friend of Nina's a friend of ours.
Also, can you identify magics on items?
I can, actually.
I cast Sacred Flame, eh? Who says, can I? Yeah. It was at Motel.
Rude.
I cast Sacred Flame, make a dex save.
On me?
Whoever said, can you cast Identify magic items?
Very rude.
14 radiant damage.
That is 7 radiant damage, thank you.
What was that for?
Yeah, I'm resistant to radiant.
Hey.
Fair enough. Play.
DM, can you link me the campaign? I can't enter it with Cletus.
Oh, can't you? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, yeah, I've removed Nina and lost the campaign.
What are you looking for? The D&D Beyond one?
Yeah, just the campaign to join Cletus into the Rime of the Frost Maiden. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I see a level 1 Cletus, but
No.
you know, I whip around to Motel and like, that's the first thing you say, not how we're going to have a funeral in absentia for Nina and her mother, but can you identify the loot we stole which angered the white dragon in the first place?
Seems like a thing to me.
Yes. And having said that, what from that loot, I throw Cletus a pearl. That might help.
Cletus would say, I think I want to hear what Nina's last few moments were, and after we pay respects to her, to Nina, I will help you.
Okay. So you spend some time describing the events of Nina, how she drew the ire of the dragon. She was dead center in the hut, and the dragon's breath weapon actually almost missed Ash, but managed to clip Ash as well. But Ash survived it, and Nina dropped. I think that was the case.
No, Ice dropped. Nina saved my life.
Oh,
Nina
yeah.
knocked me overboard.
Wow. And so Nina
And
saved
Cassie
saved Ash, and then copped the dragon's full fury herself. It clawed her, bit her when she was unconscious. It attacked to ensure that she was dead, and kept on chewing until it had swallowed her whole. and when Ash beseeched, her to Anyway, you convey the story anyway. I won't paraphrase the whole thing. And after some moments of reflection and discussing your loss, Cletus, it identify as a ritual takes 11 minutes. So you don't need to take the whole hour to identify things, but I can, over the course of an hour, while everyone does a short rest, you can identify the items that were in the hoard.
It's kind of ironic. Nina dying the way she survived. She survived.
Ash saved my life.
She was a strong girl. And then Cletus finishes identifying.
Okay. Alright, so the two potions are a potion of vitality, which I think makes you removes disease and poison conditions, and also removes exhaustion. Also, after you drink it, if you do any resting to roll hit dice to get them back, you double whatever you roll. So for short rests and things like that. The other potion is a potion of frost giant strength. The quiver is a quiver of Elhona, which can hold up to 60 arrows and sundry other things. The bag is a bag of holding, as you expected. The sphere is a drift globe, so it's a way of having a torch that you don't have to hang on to. You can, with the magic words, it lights up like a torch and basically follows along behind you. You can search that up. The cloak is a cloak of protection, so +1. And the shield is special. Well, they're all special, but I'll read it out, but there we go. It's your first very rare item. The rune says enemy in giant, and while you are attuned to this shield, it requires attunement. You gain immunity to cold, and if a creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to do 3d6 necrotic damage to it, like a hellish rebuke. Once per short rest, you can cast the Bane spell, which doesn't require concentration and lasts for a minute, sort of like the opposite of Bless, and the save for that is DC 17.
That's very high. Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
So there's no limit on that enemy reaction one?
Oh, it's a reaction, so it just uses your...
So you can do it every time you use a reaction?
Yeah,
Wow,
that's right, yeah.
Good.
Awesome for a melee beater.
Oh, really? It's not tied to your proficiency bonus or like every short rest, something?
No. The reaction is... Now, one of the things with these runes, Moltel will probably know, is it's possible to magically shift the rune to another item, and usually that way it changes the properties of what you're shifting it to. Usually just a once-off thing, and this rune was originally put on the shield as a more defensive sort of thing, but it's possible with a day's effort, so I'm talking 8 hours of effort, for someone attuned to the shield to transfer the rune to a weapon instead. And if it's chosen to a weapon, the rune appears on the blade or hammer or whatever, and that weapon becomes a +1 weapon. That's its only property, except that when you do this, you can identify a chosen enemy, whether that's aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, undead, fiends, or giants. So you pick, and it becomes a +3 weapon against those creatures. So effectively, it's a way of getting a magic weapon of any type, rather than it would be very unlikely to find a weapon that is of the type that is your weapon of choice, but it's a way to get a magic weapon. Or you could just keep it as the shield, which doesn't give any magical bonus beyond what a shield gives. Like it's not a +1 shield or +2 shield or anything like that.
It's just a +2 to AC, which is a normal shield.
Yeah.
But immunity to cold and...
Rebuke, and you can cast the Bane spell.
Wow.
Was the cloak magical?
The cloak is a cloak of protection +1.
Oh, that's very good.
So I think that's armor class and saving throws.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And there was also mention of a scroll case. Did we actually end up getting that, or is that still to come?
The scroll case had the little... Let's see. So the scroll case had a scroll of remove curse in it. Everything else is treasure, and I typed that into the chat and read it out when we went, so you can circle back there.
Yep. I've got it all written down.
Could you paste the details for that shield in the chat, please?
Oh yeah, sure.
Did we get the quiver and the figurine and stuff, or did you just say that?
Yeah, quiver is a quiver of Valhalla.
Quiver was Quiver Alona.
What
was the figurine?
Right.
Quiver carries effectively.
Okay, so there's the shields abilities.
So Mortal, would you want the shield? Because I'm the only one who uses the shield all the time in this party.
I will use this shield. I will use a shield more often. As this will be very interesting. I could experiment with this.
What was the figurine that had the like archer something on it?
Yeah. Let's have a look. Dark Duchess. Oh, okay. So the figurine. When I said the scroll, it's the figure. I read that out wrong. This figurine, with those magic writing on them, functions as a scroll of remove curse. So they're one and the same item. It's a remove curse, fetish. Like a little token. So anyone could carry this around, and if they get cursed for any reason, they could use this figurine, do a little prayer, and remove it.
Okay.
The globe is a drift globe. I described that. I think I can paste it into the chat as well. So, over the time of this short rest, everyone can take a short rest. It starts to get dark, and over this time, you investigate your surroundings while the others are either taking their rest or identifying, or attuning if people choose to attune to stuff.
Excuse me, DM, could you enable the Dungeons of the Mad Mage for that magic item?
I'll have to check. I don't even know if I've got it.
If not, I will purchase it anyway, and just that magic item.
Right. I'll have to have a look, but otherwise, you can do that, or do it as a manual thing. That's your call, but I don't think I've purchased the Mad Mage.
It's all right. It won't. It's not too much, so I'll get it myself.
Okay. Yeah, but you notice there's a slight raising in the snow, not too near this tower, and it looks like there's a bit of a tunnel going down, and there's blood around it. In fact, there's a fair bit of blood all around. You see a few drips. It's not like a massacre or anything, but there's definitely some relatively flesh blood around. And there's a hole. Just looks like something's burrowed out or burrowed down into at an angle towards this tower.
We should investigate.
Yep.
Do you want to do a investigation? I'm happy to have a snoop around while you're doing that.
Sharpie will take one.
Okay.
Advantage or not?
Yeah, you can have advantage with assistance. Holy moly, natural
29.
Okay. So the whole structure looks like it's one piece of black stone, quite similar to Chardolin, but it's not Chardolin. You think that it was made using magic. It's not been fashioned or carved, despite how smooth and polished it is. But it looks like there's a breakage, probably about 10 foot from the top, and it's sort of almost like it's banana shaped, and half of it is poking out of the ground, and there's this, looks like it used to have something attached to it with about 5 foot of stone or 10 foot of stone jutting out from its side. There are no windows or doors that you see, and you can tell that there's the structure continues further down into the ice.
Man-made or?
The structure looks like it's made with magic, so it's been created, summoned.
Right.
You
Opinions?
with the help of your peers, putting two and two together and the colour of it and the shape of it, you think that this is Netherese. So you know how we talk about Netheril and the lost civilization of Netheril that was high magic, that all these arcane brotherhood wizards are all searching for, sort of artifacts from Netheril. This whole tower is of Netherese manufacture.
Is there? Can Cletus find out? Maybe will he know what it can be used for, or what it was used for?
Yeah. Well, with his natural 20, I think Sharpie and the rest of the party think that it was probably a Netherese mage's tower. So they were famous for their wizardry and their magical creations. As you know, wizards are famous for living in towers. It's what they do, and this looks to be one of those.
And there's fresh blood going in.
Yeah, around the.
So, do we leave it alone, or do we go in and investigate?
And with that, I guess I'm happy for us. It's 11:30 now. Is you can probably even discuss that throughout the week, or make a call now and let me know, and then we can I can easily plan for next week as well. But we won't go in tonight if that's what you're planning to do.
It's definitely a good adventure to go on, so I'll be in for it as of next week. But we'll discuss that through the week.
Okay.
And Anthony, if you could actually just put the details of the like the delivery we were supposed to make up, or we're supposed to find somebody near Revel's End for delivery. If you could just
I'll do a bit of
ping
research.
the details of that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll post that back into the Discord throughout the week. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been so long. And the deliveries being like, you were going to get 5 gold pieces, I think it was, for each delivery, or 30, got 5 each. And there's far more pressing matters once you actually got here. To be fair, I guess, for most of you, you had other reasons to come here in any case, beyond, and the deliveries was a way to get paid to do it. Okay, well in that case, with that grim tidings of the loss of one of your companions, we will close out for tonight.
Rime-hearted Mother Earth awaits 1 week for thee.
Okay, see you all next week. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. See you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, and welcome Cletus.
Was he really your backup character?
Yeah, I made him when Cletus started following us. That was when I made him all those months back.
Oh,
Good.
It's a long con.
long game, right? This is just a long game.
Mhm.
Okay, well, Cletus.
What could we have done with the dragon? Just not loot? Like,
Not loot.
the only thing I can think of is to not have looted it.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
out
so
quickly,
there was
get
a
out
bit of
quietly, or
bit of a clock ticking thing. So that's why I was getting Duchess to roll. Moltel to roll his percentage checks, because there's a cumulative increasing chance of the dragon coming back at any point, and so the longer you spend digging to get the treasure, the higher the chances of it arriving just to, back at its lair for whatever reason. So I guess the sooner you leave the the less chance of that happening. And the other thing, I guess, thinking on the actual what happened once it did arrive is if you all left straight away and made no engagement, it might have not seen you or spotted you because it's got a very short range vision, which Ash is now aware of. It's fairly easy to dodge a blind creature, but it does have a bit of a range because all dragons have got blind sense, but it's a short range thing.
Yeah, that tail attack though on me, it's just how?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My AC is high, but it's not that high.
There's some brutal. It had plus 14 to hit, so.
Oh, that's rough.
That's dragons, and with legendary actions, it had been lashing out its tail all over the place, and people were tending to leave its threat range without doing a disengage, so it was getting. I think nobody did disengage. I think Sharpie was the only one who sort of stealthed past it because he was super stealthy, but and if he didn't do his special halfling ability to boost up his luck, it would have spotted him anyway. Because its passive is 21. Yeah, but... oh, good. Time has passed. We can laugh about it now.
Was it worth it, Motel? Was it worth it to spend all this time, kill a teammate to get this stupid shield?
Shield.
Speaking of Sharpie, yeah, Sharpie is totally happy with that trade.
Oh my god.
For the shield, yes. For the loss of Nina, no.
No,
The shield is nice. Immunity to cold, isn't it? That is very nice.
no, Nina was gonna die though, regardless. I just didn't know how she was gonna die. But when the dragon came, I'm just like, oh,
Neither did
I see death.
Yeah, if you engage the dragon on the ice, what I usually would do is have it fly, grapple someone with its hand or mouth, and then just keep on flying, and then come back once that person is well and truly dead and gone, and pick up another person and fly off. That's just dragon tactics, so that
Brutal.
there's not 6 people all attacking it simultaneously. The other option that I've done with white dragons in the past is they dive under the ice. They've got a tunnelling speed, and they've also got a swimming speed and breathe underwater. So if they make a hole in the ice and then just pop up, grab you, and then dive and swim away.
So a frost dragon is literally an all-terrain vehicle.
Yeah. Or they have a burrowing speed, so they burrow under the snow, come up using their blind sense to find where you are, grab you, do the grapple, and then rather than having to even fly off and take like threads as longbow, they just burrow underground. Go down 60 foot, maybe 120, take 2 rounds, and then just leave you there and tunnel back up. It's horrible. But this was on a ship, and it didn't have a lot of those options. They don't have a burrowing speed through ice. It's only sand or soil or snow. And blind sense is different to tremor sense. Blind sense works, but you still have to have line of sight. It doesn't work like seeing through solid objects. That's tremor sense. It's slightly different. So it's able to you have options, but
The hammer proved really useful in this session.
when that hammer came up and you got this adamantine hammer as your first item, in the one of the first sessions we had, I was thinking, there's no magic items in this adventure, or very few. This has got some ability, but when realistically are you gonna give a rat's ass about double damage to structures? But since then, we've used it on loads of things, smashing through ice and knocking down doors and.
Yeah.
Beating up poor defenseless ships.
Yep.
Hey, the ship had it coming.
Yeah. Well, you found a way out.
How dare he trap Dracus?
Okay.
If Duchess wasn't going to do it, Mortel certainly was.
Yeah, or digging through the the treasure as well. That's the other one.
It cut the time in half, right?
That's true. Yeah. Otherwise, you'd have much more chance of the dragon turning up, after layer 2 or layer 3, rather than right at the end of layer 4. Okay, I'm just